Make up your mind. What? No. It's a black screen. Oh. What? It's a disgusting sight. Oh, crap. I just avoided that thing. Like a pro. Like a pro. Crap! I'm gonna try and get rid of Shinji here. Yeah, multi-kill. Eat that. Eat that, yo.
Yeah, we'd like catch, like as kids, we'd catch them and like keep them in like a little fish tank with dirt in and feed them bugs and stuff. Do you not do that over there?
No. Go back to the shadow. No, you will not take me. Oh, are you kidding me? I got out of the way. I totally got out of the way. Wait a minute, I did not create a character in Tonberry. I created a character in Kujata. What the? How did that happen? What the hell? Why is there a merchant right in the middle of this fight? Eat that.
Point blank revenge.
Oh, revenge. So this already. What's this? Oh. Shit, that wasn't even 30 seconds. That was like 10. Hey. I got an achievement. Total kill 1. Where was this from? Let's finish him off. Come on, come on, come on. Finish him off. Finish him off. Gotcha. Now what? Who am I looking for? I'm looking for... What the heck? What's that? Rubber banding at its best. This is probably gonna go into like the highlight reel. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to World of Warcraft leveling stream number 5. We're heading into the Mists of Pandaria expansion, while 4th expansion this weekend. Hey, hope you guys have had a great weekend so far. I'm coming to you live from Kuala Lumpur, 9:06 p.m. here, so it's gonna be hopefully a pretty long stream. There's lots that I want to, do tonight, jump in tonight, and have fun. So let's get into game, shall we? I am at Stormwind because, as per usual, before I jump, to a new expansion or whatever, I just do a little bit of admin, chuck stuff in a bank, sell my stuff, clear my bag, stuff like that. And the thing is, you guys know I've been leveling since December the 3rd, I think. So I haven't really, there's no in-between breaks. I don't take like 2-week breaks off and then jump into the next expansion after that. It's just back to back to back. I like to keep it rolling like that. It's more fun. Everything's more fresh when I start, putting the review together. Also, I just want to say, hey, welcome to everybody in chat. We have a lot of people in there. ggmyster, Revloon, Crummy Crump. We've got Adam in chat. Hey, Adam, he says, what's your opinion on the leveling? Isn't it boring compared to other MMOs? Are you talking about World of Warcraft leveling? It depends. I mean, based on the MMOs that I've played now, World of Warcraft, like most MMOs have different things in their leveling process. Like you can throw in a bit of other PV content in between, or some of the zones in other games are way shorter. For example, World of Warcraft, in terms of the individual stuff that you're doing, like some of the quests are pretty fun, the story's decent, and of course you've got that choice, that option to either go to zone A or B, and both of them are at the same level range. So I haven't found a zone in the past 3 expansions, TBC, Lich King, and Cataclysm, where I was like, oh, this is kind of boring, I just want to move on to a different zone. I haven't experienced that yet. Maybe in the vanilla game with like places like Stranglethorn, for example, I wasn't really keen on that. But the longer I play and the more I understand about that particular NPC and what he brings and what he offers to Warcraft. I'm talking about Hammond Nestingwary, for those of you that are wondering. His quest chains are all about being the ultimate hunter guy. So the stuff like that, which at the beginning seems kind of boring, then over the years they've ironed that out. So everyone's leveling experience could be different, Adam. So far, Not finding it boring yet, but keep in mind I've got 2 more expansions to go. I've got Warlords of Draenor. Hopefully I'll be in that within next week, which should be pretty fast anyway, because Mists of Pandaria, I mean, I'm 85 now. I think I'll probably only need like 5 levels before I can move forward, so hey. ggmyster says, lol, it's Sonors Lizards. Yeah, that was really, really funny. Alright, let's go up to the board here. There's 2 ways, as usual, for you to pick a new zone or a new expansion. You can either do it to the Adventurer's Guide thingy. I opened up the wrong panel. There we go. You'll see Pandaria there. That's the start of the new expansion. Or you've got the Hero's Call board. I'm going to take it from my quest log. So, the King's Command. Find Grand Admiral Jestareth in the war room at Stormwind Keep. And, talk to this person, I suppose. Greetings, warrior. I've been asked to assemble a team for a high priority mission. Please come to Stormwind Keep immediately. Sure thing. Let's go. Oh. What do you mean abandon? Oh, apparently I've already taken it. Great. So I can just get on my griffin and start moving. Checking on chat here. ggmyster says leveling in World of Warcraft is a lot of work, I think. Blizzard would make heaps of money on their 100 boosts, and I'm sure they do, because that costs, what, 60 bucks a pop, I think it was, for the level 100 boost, which is kind of pricey. I think it's the most priciest level cap boost, sorry, not 110, level 100 boost ever that I've ever seen. Like other games like Lotro, for example, they do have a jump to level 105, I believe it was, one of the Aria of the Valar packages. But those can be obtained using in-game currency as well, so you can, you know, get TP or Lotro points, for example, playing the game, and then you just spend that in the store. World of Warcraft, no such thing, of course. You have to splash the cash or wait for a sale and buy the expansion bundles or whatever, and those usually come with 1 token, so. But that could be right. It's a long thing. Like, if you're talking about the journey from 0 to, like, endgame, people have had 13 years to do this. I'm doing it in a span of a month, so I'm not actually feeling that the duration, maybe because I play almost every day, and for those that don't necessarily have that time investment that, you know, you can pour into World of Warcraft, you're probably going to feel that you'll have to put extra effort in addition to making use of, you know, for those especially that don't have heirlooms and all your PvP boosts or whatever, that's gonna... What?
We've made a thorough inspection of the wreckage, Your Majesty. There is no sign of Admiral Taylor or his ship.
200 ships at my disposal, yet the one carrying my son goes missing. What of their last message? Show me whatever you have.
We have been drawn off course. Horde air fleet. Many casualties. Shipwrecked on an uncharted isle. But the White Pawn is accounted for. Repeat, the White Pawn is safe.
Anduin.
Surprise attack! Requesting immediate... If anyone's received...
Sir, the 7th Fleet has already been dispatched, but it could take weeks before it...
There's no time to waste. We'll send a small elite force to secure this new land and bring back my son.
Well, I'm about 4 or 5 weeks in, and that genuinely surprised me. In the past stream, I was talking to a bunch of people about how World of Warcraft doesn't take the intermission periods between expansions to put out stuff like that could give you a lot of insight or backstory into what you're jumping into. Like I've said it again in the New Year's stream, how, you know, some MMOs, they would send you a mail when a new expansion hits, like, hey, after all this that you've been through, here's the sit rep, here's what you're gonna need to be doing, and why you're gonna be jumping into this new land, or, you know, whatever. WoW never gave me that experience, so prior to this, so I guess Pandaria introduced that, which is actually pretty cool. This is pretty awesome to see. Before I turn this in, I'm gonna check in the chat here. Lots of people in the chat. Hang on, guys, I'll get to you. Adam says, I get what you mean, but when I tried Guild Wars 2, it was a whole different world. The leveling experience was much more rewarding in my experience. Yeah, Guild Wars 2 shaked things up for me a lot, because I went into Guild Wars 2 And at that time, last year when I jumped in, the Lord of the Rings Online, Secret World, and the Elder Scrolls Online on top of WildStar were the only MMOs I had played. So that was the depth of my MMO experience. So Guild Wars 2 completely took everything I know about the leveling experience and threw it out the window, because you know you don't have you can't do a traditional quest hub crawl. You can't go to towns, pick up a bunch of quests and just go do them. Guild Wars 2 is all about that seamless, you know, moving in between objective areas and completing that. So that was really awesome, kind of refreshing. If you ask me which one do I prefer, of course I prefer the traditional quest hub crawl, which most MMOs today use. But Guild Wars 2 I really enjoyed. I've got nothing to say that's negative about their quest experience, except at the very beginning it took me a long while to, I suppose, get used to their questing system, their leveling system, because it was so foreign to me. But once I got the hang of it, it became more enjoyable. Jay Fairclough, hail the red cap. Hail, Jay Fairclough. I heard you had a good drinking time in Birmingham. I wonder if you're still hungover. ggmyster says, in Guild Wars 2, the hearts killed it for me because I felt I had to complete everything, which made everything bogged down. Yeah, that's a common issue with a lot of new players that try to get into Guild Wars 2, you know, because it's so different. And as I said, I jumped in expecting a traditional quest hub crawl, which I never really found, but it's one of those things where, you know, if you can look past that and just open your, I guess, your MMO mind a little bit, then, and let it take you, let the game direct you, then it becomes more enjoyable the more you play. But there's a lot of people, and I've got close friends too, that I tried to get into Guild Wars 2 who still suffers from that. It's like, oh, it's too different. Can't do it. We got Matthias in chat. Hey, Matthias, it says for a new player, it can be a lot of work. For an old one, it's way too quick to reach level 110. It takes around 60 to 70 hours of playtime. 12 years ago, it took about 350 hours to reach level 60. I believe you. I believe you simply because, you know, having now had that leveling experience, and I'm looking at all these zones, back then you must have needed to play all the zones on an expansion continent, for example, whereas I today have only maybe, like Cataclysm, for example. Cataclysm had about 2 or 3, 4 different zones, right? I only quested in one to get the required levels to move on. That was Mount Hijal. I'm not gonna get that pronunciation right anytime soon. Zeri says, what up? What up, Zeri? How you doing? Jay says, it was a messy night out. 150 pound back to Leeds in a taxi. Wow, that's pretty expensive, eh? Alright, the King's Command. So after that little cutscene that we saw, which was pretty cool, I appreciate that. In fact, I hope moving forward that's going to continue, and I'm sure it's going to continue. I see a lot more cinematics now with Blizzard and how they present the MMO, so that's pretty awesome. Looking forward to more. Alright, King's Command. Our role is of utmost importance. Admiral Taylor and his flagship have gone missing. Now, the problem is I don't know who Admiral Taylor is. I only know 2 admirals in the World of Warcraft lore, which is Jade Proudmoore and her dad. More importantly, the young prince was with him, and it's our primary objective to bring him back home safely. Excellent. So let me guess, he got washed up in some little part of the world. It's called Pandaria, where pandas suddenly appear, and I'm going to talk about that in a sec, because I have a lot of, I wouldn't say history, but the way I found out about Mists of Pandaria as a hardcore Lotro player was pretty interesting, and I'll share that story in a bit. So the mission. Well, you heard the king. Admiral Taylor's last transmission came from somewhere in the Southern Seas. Let's just check the map real quick. Southern Seas. Oh, there we go. I see. It's in the south. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh.
Keep your mind on the mission.
We will begin our search from the air. Locating the prince, the White Pawn, is of critical priority. The Skyfire is fueled, supplied, and ready to depart. She and her crew idle in the sky just north of the harbor. Alright, let's go. Make your preparations and then meet Admiral Rogers on the deck. Let's go.
Back to your duties.
Let's go find this missing ship, which I'm sure is gonna be the precursor to getting to Pandaria, which I'm kind of excited for. Anyway, for those of you that missed the announcement, it wasn't really much of an announcement. Hey, I'm back on Twitch. As a part of my goals for 2017, I'm going to be reviving my Twitch channel, and that's already happened. There's going to be a couple more streaming content weekly on Twitch. Tuesdays and Fridays, mostly Tuesdays for some you know, other MMO review-ish type content, and Fridays are for PvP. So, if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. More streaming content over there. My goal this year is to try and get partnered with Twitch. Not exactly partnered, that's quite impossible, but affiliated. And affiliated really won't take that long. No, this is a different quest. That's for something else. I should probably just fly up. At this point, I think Blizzard expects everybody to have your flying skills, so let's just go up to the fortress in the sky. At least I think this is the ship. I think so. This is pretty cool though. I'm on an airship with a whole bunch of like mini helicopters and stuff. That sounds like my phone somewhere. Oh. Derbs is now following me on Twitch. Awesome, Derbs, thank you. Thank you for following me on Twitch. Yeah, I'm pretty close to... You know, Twitch has this little checklist of announcements, right? Not announcements, achievements. At a certain achievement or whatever, then you can apply to be affiliated. So those are all part of my goals this year. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just looking for this quest objective here. If you guys see my minimap, that's where Admiral Rogers is. I can't find this Admiral Rogers. Where the hell is he? He's not where... He's not there. There's nothing up there. That's where the minimap points him to. But he's not here. Unless he's inside the mountain, which doesn't really make sense. Let me just do another flyover. Viking is now following Twitch as well. Awesome. Thank you, Viking. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Twitch is going to be pretty fun this year. I mean, I used to stream on Twitch quite a bit back last year. But then, because I wasn't partnered or whatever, I couldn't really do much. And if you're not a partner on Twitch, you don't have a lot of quality options. So I have to drop the quality of the streams. Like on YouTube, I'm doing 1080p 60 FPS, which is, I hope it's a decent viewing experience. On Twitch, I can't do that because I'm not a partner. I don't have transcoding options, so I've got to drop it down to 720p, and the bitrate's going to make the stream a little... But hey, it's a work in progress. Speak to Admiral Rogers. No. Report to Admiral Rogers on the Skyfire. Yeah, he's on the ship. That's exactly where I went to. He wasn't there. Another notification, we got Fuzzly98 also following me on Twitch. Thank you, Fuzzly, that's pretty cool. I really appreciate that support. And hopefully the Twitch experience will be quite fun as well, because there's a lot of people that were saying, hey, you should stream more on Twitch because like the video player or... Oh, there he is. Damn it. Damn you, Admiral Rogers. And so is Boopy. Thank you, Boopy. I know you were like on watching the test stream on Friday on a train, and I really couldn't stay long because that was a test stream, so I do apologize for not streaming longer. But great to have all of you guys on Twitch. It's going to be fun. Lots more games I'm going to be jumping into on Twitch, and then the final product of that in the form of a review or a discussion video will come out on YouTube. So essentially you guys will get both YouTube and Twitch as platforms for content to enjoy, and hopefully you do. Alright, let's talk here. The Skyfire has had a complete overhaul since our encounter with Deathwing. And by the way, Cataclysm expansion, when I first jumped in, there was like that cinematic where, because I went to Mount Hijal. Oop, we got Blue Tick as well following me on Twitch. Thank you, Blue Tick. Appreciate it, man. So yeah, I was flying around Mount Hijal on the back of this dragon, and then Deathwing appears out of nowhere. It's like, oh man, that was pretty awesome. Then he raised his lava general and whatnot. The entire Mount Hijal story was actually pretty cool. I enjoyed it. So we now carry a full complement of both fixed wing and gyro aircraft, as well as a battery of 18-inch smoothbore shore bombardment cannons. All these weaponry, not really computing. The Horde won't be able to hide from her reach, not on land, not on sea, not in the air. I am ready to depart.
Show them what we're made of.
More cutscenes, maybe? Or is that just like a transport ship now? It's a transport ship. But yeah, we are going to Pandaria, as it says, there's an X down there. I'm actually moving. You can see like the red dots moving. So it's not... This is just a a detour of a loading screen. Wow, that's actually pretty long. I remember the boat ride to Northrend, that barely took like 5 seconds on the loading screen, but this one we're actually moving. Oh, I'm gonna keep quiet here. Cutscene. Oh yeah. Thanks, Hassan666. Love the number. Thanks for the follow on Twitch. We're gonna rock it.
The flagship's last reported position was below. Can you see anything?
Fog. Nothing but dense fog. Wait. Land! Starboard! I see ships!
Oh, the Horde.
Those are Horde vessels. General quarters. Get our birds in the air. Clear the decks. Stations, people. Let's go to war.
We're going to war? Kinda odd, you know, because in the Cataclysm expansion, I remember I was working with the Horde, and now to be at war again. I mean, it never ends. Alright, so here we're on the ship. Please tell me I'll get to fly like a helicopter or something. That'll be pretty cool. Before I continue that, I'm gonna be checking in on chat here. Oh boy, where did I stop? Boopy says hi. Hello, Boopy. Welcome to the stream. Viking says this expansion I got from 1 to 110 in 1 day, so it's super easy if you know what you're doing. Yep. I believe you. And the thing is, I'm not that type of person. I don't really. For me, it's not about how fast I get to endgame, because I'm sure most of you guys know that what I do here is I try and review MMORPGs that I've never played before from the perspective of a new player, because I am a new player usually when I jump into a lot of these games for reviews. So my enjoyment is simply that leveling process and what I see and how that shapes the review, you know, what the game has to offer me. But, you know, in the future, if I do fall in love with World of Warcraft, and it is my main MMO, of course I'm going to try and find the quickest way to endgame, because that's probably where I'm going to be at, to create endgame content. So, and it's only 5 levels, right? Mists of Pandaria, so yeah, I could probably believe you there. A day to get to 110. Jay says, I give the taxi guy some ramen as well. Why did you do that? Was that out? Was that like a payment method or something? Here's 150 pounds and ramen. Thank you for the ride. Hassan in chat, hello guys. Hey Hassan, thanks for joining the stream. And Matthew says, yep, if you know zones by heart and have all heirlooms. Yeah, again, the heirlooms and all your bonus XP stuff is absolutely going to help. Heavy Rain in chat, hello Heavy Rain. Mists of Pandaria harkens back to the good old days of WoW, sometimes even a bit too much. The leveling up experience is great, and Pandaria as an area looks fantastic. That's one of the things I notice a lot from Pandaria. I actually have a PC Gamer magazine that did like a full extensive 4-page coverage on Pandaria, and I was curious. So I guess I'll tell you guys the story. You know, when Mists of Pandaria was kind of announced, some of us in other MMOs, I was in Lotra at the time, and my first thought was I didn't know what to make of it, you know? Kung Fu Panda was a movie that I'm sure everybody has watched. I haven't watched it, but it was pretty popular here, and I'm sure elsewhere. So a lot of us made that running joke, you know, it's a comparison, like they were trying to cash in, which obviously isn't accurate and probably not true. The way I look at it now, you know, I think World of Warcraft at the time was pretty big in China, so it's more of an executive decision to try and get the Chinese player base invested into the game a lot more. And of course, you know, introduce the new race, introduce a new class, and then you got the whole Panda Zone, Pandaria. From the outside looking in, I must admit, I will say that looked like a weird choice. Like, why? You know, there could have been other zones or something else they could have done, but pandas and Oriental zones. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's kind of a ballsy move to do, I suppose. I don't know how many people felt a little weirded out about that. So I don't know. All I've heard from friends that do play WoW is that, you know, it's a pretty good expansion. So here I am jumping in to find out. Skyfire has had a complete overhaul since our encounter with Deathwing. We now are at that, so let's do the mission. That's a whole Horde base down there. Where's our intel? Well, warrior, it's time to see what this upgraded gunship is capable of. I wanted a helicopter, but if you're gonna give me the whole ship to control, I'm happy. I will not let the Horde gain a foothold on these shores before we do. If you're looking to jump into the fray, I've got a spare gyrocopter, so yep, we're gonna fly for you at the end of the runway. Let's do it. Use a gyrocopter to slay 60 of the Garrosh R troops and destroy 8 Garrosh R shredders. and then sink the Bladefish Ripper. So there's 2 main ships I gotta do. Let's do it. Alright. At the end, probably here. No. No. Yep. Alright then. Oh, no, I thought I took a seat. That looked like I took a seat. Oh, no. This one, that's mine. Should have seen there first. Alright, here we go. Take off. This is gonna be pretty fun. Haha. Let's roll. Oh, I'm actually not controlling anything.
Admiral, we're seeing a significant native presence here. Ornate structures.
Cut the chatter, people. Eyes on the target.
I'm just upping the desktop volume a little bit.
You heard the Admiral. Concentrate fire on the Horde base. Begin your attack runs.
Okay, control is now mine. Oh, look at that. I'm actually in first person. This is actually pretty sick. Who's shooting me down there? Do I have a missile? Yeah, I got a missile. Let's show that. Okay, this is where you probably see that I do not belong in first-person shooter games because my aim can be terrible, and I'm using a heavy MMO mouse, so doing this is pretty hard. Okay, my cursor just went missing there. Oh, it's back. Who the crap is shooting at me? You! Oh, and the ship, too. Okay, that doesn't look like it's working as intended. I'm trying to aim at the ship, but my aim's going super high at the moment. Die, Shredder! Nope, that's an ally. I was trying to shoot an ally. Yeah, but I didn't really get to sink the big ships, which is... I don't even know what ship is what. That's ship 1 explosives. I guess we're heading here. Oops. What are we doing here? Oh!
Use your torpedo rockets on those ships.
Yes, sir. Alright, so that was the Blade Fist, and I've sunk that. Alright, take me to the next ship. So, you know, as an MMO experience, any MMORPG, I mean, doing the little stuff like this within the quest is what I find pretty rewarding, because you don't necessarily see this, at least in other theme parks. I like the little, you know, just the little mini games that you do.
Pay him back. Hit him with everything you've got.
And it doesn't feel out of place too, because the story has been set up in a way that, okay, the Horde's here, their ships are here, you know, we have a pretty upgraded airship of our own with gyrocopters, so let's go blow shit up. This is pretty fun.
Negative, Admiral. No sign of Captain Taylor or his flagship.
That's enough. All wings report back. Prepare for ground assault.
Alright, let's head back to the gunship and I'll check in on chat here. We got Chris says, how can you know that you are playing Mists of Pandaria? Because when you hit a certain level, Chris, you'll have an adventure guide, and that will tell you where you should be jumping into. So when you hit 85, for example, you'll get a mission pop up there saying go to Pandaria, and of course Pandaria, we know, is the zone for the Mists of Pandaria expansion, and so on and so forth. But of course, if you're a new player, you know, a lot of these, if you don't have the benefit of knowing the Warcraft zones or whatever, then you may have to use external resources. You know, just check the wiki and see what expansions have what zones and what level they usually pop up, and check your heroes call task board in your main faction city like Stormwind or Orgrimmar, or you know, where this is going to tell you where you should be going to. Those are pretty helpful. And Viking says, oh, you guys are talking about the XP chat, huh? Nice. ggmyster says, in vanilla, while 55 to 60, you had to grind as you'd run out of quests. That would have been, yeah. But then there's like dungeons that you can go into, and dungeons, I know, at least I have the knowledge of knowing from other people that I play with, is that, you know, they weren't as easy as they were now back in vanilla. It also took longer. So those were what you would do to fill in the gaps between, you know, waiting for new content and whatever. Heavy Rain says, good old vanilla WoW. I missed it. Teacher Marshall says, vanilla WoW, I had played a rogue, had some fun times grinding for a barman shanker, playing hemo route for my guild. Now that didn't really make a lot of sense to me, of course. Yeah, but I can imagine good times. WoW Classic's coming back. I wonder how many of you people are going to be playing WoW Classic. Anybody in chat right now going to be playing WoW Classic when that comes out? Alright, I've been waiting to unleash this gunship against a worthy target. Let's spend some ammunition. A proper welcome for the Horde to this new land. Ah, that's... We've got a new two-hander here. Yeah, good. I think I'll take out the Poison Fire Greatsword for that. Let's see what that looks like. Well, can't really until I complete this thing first. So, I'm gonna take out the Poison Greatsword and equip this instead.
Do your duty, soldier. This is the most powerful ship in the fleet.
Touching ground, so I guess we're gonna be heading to ground now. Their town is burning and their men are scattered and broken. I need every available man on the ground now to finish them off. Grab one of the parachutes on the edge of the ship and get down there. Okay.
For the Alliance.
Parachutes. Parachutes. I've never actually been on a gunship or whatever, so.
For this. You're among the elite. You are Skyfire.
You know, I really wonder if this entire thing is instanced or not, because if the expansion just launched and you get to do this with a bunch of other players in your instance, maybe then, you know, to see a lot of people on helicopters and a lot of people grabbing parachutes and jumping down at launch, it must have been a pretty glorious sight. I mean, I'm doing this solo at the moment, but hey. Oh, no control. I'm not doing anything. I've just jumped. Hey, pulled up. Okay, good. I was wondering if I was gonna go all suicidal or not. So we're jumping straight into Horde territory. They've already established a foothold. Look at that. That's the first, what do you call that? A temple, a dojo, or I don't know what you call that, but that's Oriental architecture. So at this point, pandas are probably looking down like, what the hell? Alright, Sully, what you got?
Right tool for the job.
About time you showed up. Let's do some damage. Okay, no plan survives contact with the enemy quietly and quickly and quietly. That's how SI7, which I'm probably guessing is the name of these this unit, pretty elite unit, prefers to operate. That was the plan, at least. Rel Nightwind is already inside Garrosh Point looking for signs of Anduin and Taylor, but it's getting hot in there and needs support. Fight your way through the dogs and find Rel. Kill 6 of things. Did you see the size of those war wagons? They're packing so many explosives. I cannot tell if Horde is here to take over this continent or just blow it out of the sea. Neutralize those weapons. Copy that. Use the flare gun. Okay, let's jump in. Let's kill some orc. Kill some orky. That one's dead. No, not getting there in time. I guess I'll just walk in. Never actually been inside any Horde type architecture structure yet in Warcraft. Haven't really had the opportunity. When you do see them out on the landscape in like neutral zones, you try to walk in, you get your ass handed to you, of course, because of their, you know, guards or whatever. Anyway, we're about half an hour in. Time for some QC, which I probably should have done at the beginning of the stream. So let me know, guys, if the audio is too loud for in-game or if my microphone is too loud or whatever. Let me know and I'll fix that. Yeah, part of when I start the streams is that I'm so pumped to get into a new expansion zone or whatever that I don't really think about the quality of the stream. I just want to play. Haven't played WoW in about since Friday, actually, since having finished Cataclysm. And then I jumped into the Elder Scrolls Online for a little bit because of their free bonus plus trial. So I was kind of taking advantage of the free VIP there. Unlocked the crafting bag and get a lot of my crafting stuff back up and try and move the story along, because I haven't played the Clockwork City DLC and I want to review that as well. Which you could probably see on Twitch in the coming weeks as part of the new side quest content. Just giving you guys a heads up over there. Now, I wonder when and how or why will we see pandas. That could be interesting. Well, Rel's right here. Hang on, let me just finish this quest. Just one more wagon and a couple more of these Orky slain. Yeah, there's one right up there. Great. Easy peasy. One more grunt. No, I've got enough grunts. I need gear greasers. There's one.
I'm out of room.
Alrighty, now let's go get Terrell. Oh no, I can't fly the zone. No, that's me hitting the spacebar button, and I can't fly. So I wonder if it's gonna be the new explore everything achievement for each unlock flying, or is it going to be in a flight master vendor somewhere? I will check that out. But of course, if you do know, you can let me know in chat. At least I know whether flying is coming back soon or not. Because ever since I said this in one of the, a couple of vlogs or vlogs 2 weeks ago, that once I had a taste for flying in World of Warcraft, I don't feel the need to go back to ground mounts anymore. Ground mounts for me in Warcraft feel kind of irrelevant. Like you could just fly, cut across distances, and over terrain to get to where you want to go. Alright, turning in here. Great work. If you ever decide to give up your life of adventure, the SI7 could use more talent like you. Thank you, I'm flattered. With those wagons out of commission, we can turn attention to the commander. I've scouted the area and found no leads on the Prince or Admiral Taylor. We need to neutralize the space quickly and continue our search elsewhere. Operations here are being led by an orc warlock, Gartrul. He's barricaded the dock and is trying to escape through a demonic circle. Use Sully's flare gun to clear out the barricades and confront Gartrul at the end of the dock. New armor here, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. If it has strength in there, I'll take it, but it doesn't, so.
Goodbye.
I'll just have to randomly grab one. So here is the barricade, and there is the... I guess there's new icons now to tell you what you should be looking at to destroy. There's two barricades there. No barricades on the other side, so let's just go ahead and do this. There goes the flare. And, oh! Nice. Okay, barricade number 2. Any bodyguards here? Not really. And of course, Gartrul himself. Let's roll! Oops.
By our sweat and your blood, this land will be ours. Warlock, he couldn't have ported far.
Damn it.
Must be another base.
Great, this was for nothing. I got so pumped up, I wanted to kill some orc. Turning in here. We'll catch up with him again, I'm sure of it. Yeah, me too.
I'm counting on you.
Oh.
Report.
What's going on here?
Down there?
No sign of the flagship. No sign of Admiral Taylor or Prince Anduin.
Horde troops are swimming towards your position. Open fire at once.
Horde troops are swimming.
I think they mean to surrender. They're not armed. They're just trying not to drown.
You don't think they'll hesitate to strangle you with their bare hands? Gun them down.
Oh shit, no.
That's not right. This is a massacre. They were unarmed.
Wait, what?
I don't feel well. Maybe they deserve to die.
Wait, Panda. What the hell's going on?
Men, stand down! This is one of the natives.
Panda showed up.
We are from the Alliance and mean you no harm. Tell me, what was that shadow you drew out of me?
This is not the place to explain. In short, your own doubts have been made manifest as a consequence of your actions.
Interesting.
I don't understand. We're fighting a war here.
Oh, I understand perfectly. I have eyes. But Pandaria is not like whatever land you came from. It lives and breathes. You should be careful what kind of energy you bring here. Now put those weapons away.
We just got owned by locals. Oh. Wow. Oh, look at that. Dude's got like a sea dragon or something. That's pretty cool. Okay, so some interesting developments narrative-wise. So the orcs are apparently unarmed when they came to us. That they want to surrender. I guess they're here not for spoils or not to raid and pillage or whatever. I'm sure there's a reason why they're here. And the Alliance being trigger happy, we don't know what that is. So we assume where the Horde goes, hell follows. So that was pretty unfortunate. We killed a bunch of innocent orcs there, and then that monk, I guess is a monk, I don't know. He kind of reminds me of Raiden from Mortal Kombat, you know, just coming in to calm Stone.
Keep your mind on the mission.
So, north of this base is a cherry blossom orchard and a village tucked away behind it. We will need to quarter there and tend to our wounded while we plan our next move. Head to that village and make contact with the native leader, Agent Mishka, and I will rendezvous with you there. Be courteous, Adrian. I am authorizing you to represent the entire Alliance here. Ooh, I feel important. And underdressed for the occasion. Alright, find and meet with leader Pawdon. That is a facepalm name. Pawdon? Really? That is such a facepalm name. Alright, next one. Cost of War. The whole place is going up in flames, and the Skyfire is reporting that more of these shadows are crawling up out of the ground. We need to get our people out of here. Clear a path through the base on your way north and head to the town. Alright. Shah Haunts and Shah Harbingers. Those doesn't sound like orcs, so it could be some native local stuff. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break here to check in on chat. I've missed quite a bit of chat here. Oh man, where am I? Alright, we've got Kim in chat. Hey Kim, good to see you in chat. Welcome to the stream. Kim says, I'll definitely play Vanilla Classic. Awesome. Matthews also says, damn sure playing Classic as soon as it's out. We got Blockbleak in chat. Sorry guys, those of you that are just joining in and getting, I'm only getting to your chat now because, you know, I focus on the gameplay and there is quite a delay as well. But yeah, good to see. I suppose I want to jump into Classic as well. That'll be a pretty interesting experience for me because I want to get the, even though you can't replicate, you know, the magic of playing WoW at release, I think Classic's going to be a pretty good indicator of what some of the systems and mechanics and you know, just that feeling of being new, I suppose. The only thing is that now that I've started out playing WoW in its current state, you know, there's no... it's a bit more streamlined, of course. Lots of changes. So from having that taken away from me and going back to Classic and seeing how everything worked, it's going to be an eye-opener. And at the same time, just from a casual player point of view, it can be quite frustrating as well, because, you know, you've been shown all these candies and apples, and then you got to go back to something it's not. So that could be really interesting. Blockbleak says, play WoW Ascension. Matthew says, but it's really refreshing to see someone leveling and discovering the game as it is right now. Wish I could still get this spark. Hey man, I know what you mean, trust me. You know, sometimes, because for those of you that are new to the channel or whatever, my story is that I played one MMO for 6 years. I've been in the Lord of the Rings Online for 6 years, and when you've played one MMO exclusively for that amount of time, and then when you suddenly go play something else, your mind just gets blown about, you know, other games out there, what they offer, what their stories are, you know. So that was why I wanted to start, you know, doing MMOs for this channel, because there's so much I haven't seen, and I want to experience that and capture that in my streams. And then when I make the reviews, hopefully my reviews will be watched by other new players who were like me, never played another MMO, always been in one MMO. So that's what I do, and I try and show off other MMOs to the world from the perspective of a new player. So I'm sure in the future, you know, there's MMOs that we haven't played before. That'll be fun, like Ashes of Creation and stuff like that. What is happening to me? Why am I sucking in his essence? That's kind of weird. I got all these purple balls that are just coming to me right now. Anyway, so at least I know what they are. These aren't really orcs. These are... I have no idea what these are, honestly. Sea creatures of some sort? I don't know, but they look kind of creepy. And easy to kill, which is always a plus. They make pretty creepy noises too.
I can't attack that.
We need 6 more haunts and 3 more harbingers. Oh yeah, I wasn't done catching up on chat. Hang on, chat, I'll get to you in a sec. Nick Scryer says, hey there, hey Nick. Welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm getting to you late, brother. I've just had a pretty interesting sequence here in Mists of Pandaria. And you know what, so far? I'm having a blast, you know, just soaking in everything, seeing how things were different when you first jumped into TBC, which now I would say is pretty underwhelming the way they introduced TBC to you. Wrath of the Lich King was, you know, obviously it gets better. You know, with Warcraft, the thing is, as I said in my vlogs, you know, you can see the quality increasing the more, you know, across the expansions. And for me, that's in a space of like 3 weeks, which is really cool. A Harbinger's done. Yeah, Harbinger's done as well. So let's head on to the village on my griffin that cannot fly. Damn it, griffin. Oh, no. Oh, damn you. Nope. Got aggroed here. Well, good to see the mobs are actually putting some CC on you, so I don't know. I guess at release they were pretty challenging or whatever. Whee! What is that? Is that ours? Yeah, that's ours. Alright, okay. Ooh, look at that. In terms of zone design or whatever, I mean, inspiration, obviously Oriental. I mean, it kind of looks like half Japan, half China, half Korea with all these Sakura-looking trees and everything. I like the color. Color's great. I just don't know what to expect story-wise. So this is going to be interesting. I mean, even at the beginning, oh, we got the Lazy Paladin subscribing to the YouTube channel. Thank you, Lazy Paladin. Welcome to the channel, and thank you for the support. Appreciate it. What was I saying? Yeah, at the very beginning, you know, when you're thinking about what race am I gonna roll, for me, as usual, boring. I always go with the human race. But you know, I was looking at the pandas, and I was wondering, oh, will I be so alienated from, you know, can I relate to that? I can't. You know, I can't play as like a creature. I can't play as a rabbit. I can't play as a hobbit or a gnome. You know, I can't get into it. So here we go. We're in a little panda village here. We got mining trainers. I think I'm. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, why not?
Jade serpent.
I've been ignoring my mining a lot. Skinning, on the other hand, I've been diligently doing it.
Goodbye.
To sell on the auction house for some cash. Interesting. First aid trainer, what the hell is that? Bandages, that's interesting.
May your days bring you joy.
Oh, I see a flight path dude up here. Awesome. Flight master. Oh, there's a portal there to Stormwind. Yes, awesome. Thank you. Good. I like that. Insta travel back to Stormwind. Alright, so let's talk to... Who are we talking to? We got the mayor and we got the Lord of the Shadowpan. Let's talk to the mayor first.
Welcome.
When the mist fell, we knew it would only be a matter of time before visitors arrived. We could not have predicted it would be like this.
May the mists protect.
Well, a mayor's a man of few words. I mean, a panda of few words. Let's get that straight.
We are outnumbered, but not outwitted.
I am glad you took responsibility for your actions. Left unchecked, negative emotions can quickly overwhelm an individual here, just as they started to overwhelm the one you call Rel.
Stay focused. If it is war you mean to bring to our shores, the very land itself will respond to your passions and your violence. I do not know what the ultimate consequences will be. Nobody does.
It sounds like one of those Disney movies where, you know, you go to a foreign land and you fight or something and you disturb the natives or the locals, and now we're all trying to fix whatever we've unleashed together. So this could be pretty interesting.
Tell me of your
Alright, let's pick up some quests here. Suke Kong, how did my village become a battlefield? Sorry. To the west, your horde enemies cut down our precious orchard. Without our apple trees, we will have no harvest, no food, no livelihood. If you are truly different than this horde, show us. Help us protect our grove by killing those who defile the land. So, kill 12 Twin Spire Taskmasters. Yeah, sure. Okay, so...
There is no hurry.
The orcs are definitely here. I don't know what they're up to, but we're still on a enemy capacity, I suppose. Those orc things ransacked the brewery and made off with my family's finest barrels of cider. I know there's a war out there, but I'm not a brewer who will stand idly by while his price vintage is chugged by undeserving lips. The horde will likely put up some resistance. Alright, collect 6 apple bloom ciders, no problem. Next up, Mishka.
Greetings.
Critical condition. What do we got? We may have won the first battle, but a critical task still remains. Dozens of Skyfire pilots were shot down during the aerial battle, and we'll leave no one behind. So we received 6 wounded pilots in Pawn. Use the healing spells or bandages to revive them. Interesting. Do I get a healing skill?
Medical aid?
I do not see a... Wait, why is this guy following me? Why? Oh, it's the brewer. Right. I was like, shit, did they give me a panda pet to follow around? That'll be pretty cool. I wouldn't actually mind that. So here we got like a Mortal Kombat zone with the guy just meditating here. They do look good though, the panda models. Actually, with that makeup, it kind of reminds me of Kiss. Kiss, anybody? Rock band? Kiss? What of Jorjor? Alright, some of these names are... I don't know who decides names in games, but that is not one to be proud of. Jorjor. It's very similar to Jar Jar, and I think we all agree how we feel about that. Okay, what am I looking for again? Let's go do the... Since the wounded pilots are later on, we can do that later. But we've got people right here. Peons. Awesome. I like killing peons. Here's a wounded pilot. What do we got? I'm applying first aid. I'm alive, huh? That's... Well, thanks for running off while I'm reading. Okay, I'm gonna stop here for a bit and check in on chat. Blockbig says you can make your own class in WoW Ascension, which is interesting to hear. Never heard about that. Hassan says sound is good. Thank you very much for letting me know. Hassan also says Blizzard was trying to capture... Oh, what do we got here? A boss-like man has subscribed to the YouTube channel. Thank you, boss-like man. Appreciate your support. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. For those of you that are new and are just joining me, I am leveling in World of Warcraft. Have been leveling since December the 3rd for a new player review. If you've never seen stuff on my channel like maybe 10 reasons to play The Elder Scrolls Online from a new player's point of view, or even Guild Wars 2, that's the kind of main reviews that I do, and those take a lot of time because I spend about a month or more to, you know, really play the game. Unlike a lot of people, you know, I'll play it for a day and I'll make a first impressions vid. That's not what I do here. I play the game for a month. So welcome to the channel. Kim says, that's funny. I played a low-level tune in WoW on Friday in a few hours and played ESO for a bit too. Awesome. Yeah, I'm really trying to take advantage of that plus bonus event, which ends tomorrow for me, sadly. Hassan said, Blizzard was trying hard to capture China's market with this expansion, and they did succeed, didn't they? Oop, what do we got? Salaudin. Hey, thank you, Salaudin, for the subscription to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for the support, and hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. I mean, I'm enjoying Pandaria. Just wish I could talk to you guys more in chat, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to take like a minute here and just talk to you guys in chat. But yeah, I agree, Hassanuddin. I mean, because Pandaria was, what, 2012, right? And then in the years following, I've read in the news, you know, Blizzard and World of Warcraft, the Chinese market, you know, I guess Pandaria was well received. I mean, look, I'm bad at this stuff, but isn't like pandas like a national icon in China because they're like an endangered species or whatever? I mean, I call me ignorant maybe, but that's what I think it is. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's a good way, I guess. It's like a peace offering to China. Hey, play our game. We'll make the zones, you know, kind of interesting for you and recognizable to you. Kim also says, sound is good to me. I like Mists of Pandaria, one of my favorite expansions after Wrath of the Lich King. Oh, that's pretty awesome. We have a Ruglador. Sorry if I get your name wrong, but I've seen you around, Ruglador. Thank you for the support. It says, you have to purchase the right to fly here. The right to fly. Is that like a... I'll check it out later. And he also says, my ex-wife still misses me, but her aim is steadily improving. Alright. I will kill while I check in chat here. Kim says, I tried Black Desert Online a bit. Bought it when Steam had a huge sale. I was really pumped to play due to all the complexities and such, but I never spent much time in it. Oh, this guy's critically wounded. Let's get him up. Digimarcher says, I'm starting Black Desert Online Southeast Asia tomorrow, but my net is broken, so I'm not sure. Yeah, for those, all you guys in the West, for those of us here in the East, we have not actually played Black Desert Online yet. At least in a localized English version, because you can, of course, go and play the Korean version, but it's not localized at all. And when it came out in the West and when it went to Steam, like folks like me, we couldn't play it because it's not on Steam. It's region blocked there for some reason. And only recently they decided to come here in my region, and yeah, so Southeast Asia, Black Desert Online is going to be a thing, and something that I want to jump into as well. And I've heard a lot of things about it, you know, like it doesn't have traditional dungeons. You can't do, there's no like dungeons or a dungeon finder or whatever. It's all, so that was interesting. I need to kill 2 more peons, but I'm gonna get like all of them here, so whatever. And you know, I dread the day that I have to stream Black Desert Online, because the first stream I'm probably gonna spend like an hour on character creator, because I'm that type of person. You know, I want to try and make my character look as good as possible. And character creation is one of my favorite things in MMOs. Believe it or not, if I wasn't streaming, I would have taken a lot of time. Oh, look at this panda. Yes, that's the stuff. Our cider is prized throughout the Jade Forest. I hope I can carry them all. You know, every race or culture or whatever that I've been to in Warcraft, every one of them, from dwarves to humans to pandas now, they all have that one drunk character that takes pride in drinks, which is interesting. Any more of these barrels lying around? Yep, there's one right here. Pandaria has not seen a full-scale war since the Mists closed in. The Shadow Pan usually handle any trouble that crops up on the continent. How big is Pandaria anyway? Whoa! Whoa, 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 that is huge. That's a lot of quests. Yeah, alright, this could be a while. I'm definitely not going to be moving around as much as I did with other zones. Like, again, for Cataclysm, I only stayed in Mount Hujal. Whereas here, how many zones do we have? Well, we got this part. We're just in one part here, the Jade Forest, and then we'll probably move on here. I don't know how many of these I'll do, but you look at the recommended level. Jade Forest is 85 to 86, and you know what? I think this is more. There's more than enough quests here for me to hit at least 2 levels, and then I'm gonna be moving on already. So it seems, you know, in other expansions, other zones, it'll give you like a 2 to 3 level buffer. Over here, it's just 1 level, so I don't know what that means. We'll see. I'll figure it out. Maybe the quests give you less XP overall, maybe, which is totally fine, because if I have to stay in a zone longer for the experience points, then at least I get to see the conclusion of either some quest chain narratives, which they probably have, and I'm hoping for. Alright, checking on chat again. Blockbig says, I still play Ultima Online. Awesome. That's something I would really kind of want to jump into someday. I just hope that, you know, I can, you know, believe it or not, you know, when you try and review MMOs, you want to be as impartial as possible. You want to be as objective as possible. And one of the things I usually struggle with is that, you know, graphics. Some games I can handle, you know, pretty old graphics. And some games, like, in your head consciously, you know, like Ultima or whatever has been around for so long that sometimes trying to jump in, even though you know that that's a classic and probably should be reviewed again or should be looked at again, but jumping into that graphics that are that old could be a problem for me, a challenge at least. Not from a review point of view, but from a personal point of view, because it's just, you know, and I've seen some YouTube vids, but one day I'll make it happen. I mean, there's so many MMOs for me to jump into, you guys, and I plan on being around for quite some time. Touch wood, I'll be here to cover a lot more MMOs for you guys. Look at this guy. You know what the funny thing is? He was following me without any apple cider barrels, and now he's carrying all of them. That is actually pretty cool to see the NPC follow me around, and he really gives a shit about that cider. Props to this little panda here. Ruglador just subscribed. Thank you, Ruglador. Appreciate the sub. That's odd, because I remember seeing your name before in some past streams. So either YouTube unsubbed you or you left for some reason, and welcome back. I appreciate that support. Alright, 6 out of 6. Ah, such troubling thoughts. Our last emperor advised us not to live in the shadow of fear. Do you see now why we love to drink and celebrate? That's a good reason to drink, I guess. I think we can all relate to when it comes to that in real life. When this shit is the fan trick. Yeah, I'm starting to like these pandas already. They're just right up my alley. Next tune, I'm gonna roll a panda. Not really. I don't want to make promises that I can't keep. Alright, let's continue checking in chat here. ggmyster says, like Adrian's stream is buffering constantly for me. My speed is 133 kilobytes per second. Oh my gosh. Sorry, ggmyster. I really hope you get it fixed. Ruglador says, whenever I undress in the bathroom, my shower gets turned on. Hassan says, lol, won't need a good PC for sure. Final Fantasy 14 plays better on my PC than WoW. Yeah, and the truth is, my PC, I'm gonna say it, it's pretty high-end. I paid a lot of money for it. I've got a good graphics card in there. And I can't really go, my system, I can't go beyond the preset number 4. If I go to 5 and 6, I usually start to see a lot more throttling, because when I did some research, and I'm not sure how many of you in here can tell me whether this is true or not, but World of Warcraft is more CPU intensive. And, you know, because I think my GPU in this case is better than my CPU, so I kind of get a lot of that throttling. I get a lot more heat from the CPU. And yeah, it's kind of sad, because I would love to play this on maybe like a 6 or something. Anyway, let's just try that, huh? Let's go 6. You guys might hear the fans on my PC go crazy. But yeah, I would really love to play this at, you know, the max level settings. But the benefits you get in return is pretty minimal. I mean, what did going to 6 do? Does it make the picture clearer? Because I can't really tell in stream if that's actually clearer or not. Is it more crispier? That's not the right word. Crisper. Oh, for some reason my OBS is lagging. Are you guys getting some lag there? Okay, 6 was changing your graphics system while your OBS is running is a pretty stupid thing to do. Let's go back to 4 and see if my OBS picks that up again. Sorry guys, that was kind of dumb. If that ruins the stream for the rest of the night, I will be so pissed off with myself. But yeah, you just saw what happened there when I changed. Oh, Dime93 has just subscribed to the channel. Welcome to the stream, Dime93, and welcome to the channel. Appreciate the support, and I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. And what I was just saying there is that because OBS, which is the software capture that I use, uses the CPU. You know, it's being run by the CPU. And when I changed from 4 to 6, you just saw a performance drop there, which was, you know, translated from OBS to the live stream. So that is really freaking weird, man. I don't understand how. So that's pretty crazy. We got Krakus in chat. Hey Krakus, sorry I'm getting to your chat message 20 minutes late. Is it 20 minutes? Yeah, because I've been playing and I'm trying to catch up on chat now. Blue6 Shah equals manifested negative emotions. I didn't know that. So it's like, oh, is that what Shah in the shaman means? I don't know, but that's a pretty cool thing, I suppose to know. We got the Lazy Paladin. Hello from Romania, friend. Hello, Lazy Paladin. I saw you subscribe earlier. Thank you again for your support. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Romania, huh? Awesome. Ruglador says, if you spent your day in a well, you can say your day was well spent. I think I know who you are, Ruglador. I think you're Rico Jazz. I'm just gonna say, I think you're Rico. Because your jokes and puns are quite legendary here in my channel. We got Hana Soul Solo says, I haven't played WoW in a long time. I haven't played WoW in a long time too. I never played it for 13 years and here I am. So maybe it's time for you to come back to the game. He says it looks fun. We got Becca Surabave. Sorry if I get your name wrong. I'm just going to call you Becca. Official. Official what? I'm kind of lost here because again I'm catching up on chat pretty late. Pretty late here. Rugosaur says there's a NPC who's called Master Bader in this game. You gotta be kidding me. Kim says, wasn't China like not allowed to play back in the day, or was that Korea? That was one of those countries that I thought had WoW ban. It was China. It was China. It's Blizzard. You know, Blizzard. They try to accommodate the Chinese players, but I think, you know, if there's anyone in China watching, but I'm not sure if there is, because there is a ban on like Google stuff or Facebook or whatever. I don't know, and I don't want to get into trouble by saying the wrong things, but you know, it's a pretty. You have restricted access into what you can play and what you can watch and stuff like that. And for a while, WoW was kind of banned there, but I guess they brought it back. Salaudin says, "Is this your first and main character?" Yes, sir. This is my first and main character. Blizzard released WoW to China at some point. Yep, 2012, I suppose. Crummy Crump says, "Nice chair." Thank you, Crummy Crump. This is the most comfortable chair I've sat in my life. And I pay a lot of money for it, and it has RGB lights at the back and everything, so that's pretty cool. Matthew says they couldn't release in China because things like the Horde undeads look too dead. Many other reasons, but basically it's censorship about the game being too graphic. Censorship about the game being too graphic. That's pretty interesting. Kim says, "Oh yeah, did you get a new chair?" Yes, I got my new chair. It's really comfy, and you know, back my posture and everything. Like I couldn't really sit straight in the chair, and now I can. I can even lean back and rock the chair if I wanted to. So that's pretty cool. Alright. Kim says, "Grats on your comfy butt." Thank you, Kim. Oh man, the chat never ends. Alright, I'm gonna move the stream along here. But please guys, if you got questions, drop them in chat and everything. If you got anything to say, drop them in chat. I promise I will get to you eventually. But the stream must move on. I'll check it again in about 5 minutes, alright? So let's turn this in. Critical condition. Good work, Jeremy Adrian. Those soldiers will live long and fight another day because of your efforts. Is that an upgrade? That is indeed an upgrade. Let's go ahead and pick that up. I like new weapons. Let me get rid of the hammer here. Put that on. So, oh, that. Holy crap! That sword looks better than anything that any quests in the previous content has ever given me, and that includes like vanilla and other expansion dungeons. Like anything with glowy crap on the sword, I like. I'm a very cosmetic driven player. A lot of people are gonna say fluff. I agree, but it's important fluff to me. My motto is, if you look good, you play good, and I'm sticking with that. Our orchard is one of our village's greatest treasures. For saving our harvest, we are truly grateful. You're welcome, Mayor. And of course, we're gonna be turning in priorities, which is this guy? No, where is that? Oh, that's halfway across there. All right, let's go. Actually, I'm just gonna see if there's like a flight trainer thing here in town. Probably back up that way. Let me just see if there's a flight trainer here. I just want to see if I can buy my flying right away, or is there something else I need to do. Mistress of what? Mistress of Cider. That's a pretty cool title to have. I'd like to have that title as well. That's the Seer. So, Flight Master is here, but not really the trainer. I don't see any trainers around. Maybe in the next village or something. I do see a... oh, there's a mailbox as well. Excellent. Bruise. Mailbox. Did I sell anything? No, all my auctions are expired. Great. Innkeeper, let's go ahead and bind our inn here, so I can port back easily and quicker. Alrighty, onwards we go. Toolsmith, not what I'm looking for. No, fishing trainer, skinning trainer. No, these are just crafting stuff. Oh well, we'll make it on foot for now. My aircon up there is having a field day. It's making some noise. Why is that? It's a pretty new aircon too, so. Well, I guess I'm reminded what running on foot looks like. Whee! It's not too bad, actually. This is pretty fun, though. Seeing your griffin struggle in water. Here we are. Holy cow, what is that? That is a cuckoo. Alright, let's talk to Lynn Applebloom here.
Hello.
I see that you too have been busy. Thank you for recovering our kegs. No problem. As long as you buy me a drink. We have more than just our cellars to worry about. Cuckoo, our beloved Mushan. Oh, but did you say beloved Mushan? That's a pet. That's insane. Just look at him. He's gone crazy. I've tried cajoling him and pleading and yelling and soothing, but nothing has worked. I'm afraid he's no longer... they're asking me to kill their pet. Wow, this is pretty tragic. Alright, pet. Never like... You know, this is kind of crazy having people ask you to kill their pet. And I'm sure there are more humane ways to do this, but you are a monster. And can I take your hide? Yeah, I can take your hide. So that is a reminder. I'll give that to your owners and they can wear it, I suppose. Alright, your pet's dead. Now what? Oh, I gotta keep moving here. Back to town, I suppose. Okay, let's ride back to town. Came across this little river here just to kill a monster, somebody's pet. My question is, why couldn't they kill it themselves? Actually, that didn't make sense. The damn mayor and the damn Shaolin monk or whatever was like giving me hell for creating violence and chaos here, and those two people were happy, so happy for me to kill their pet in violent ways. So just like every civilization, you know, there's gonna be bad apples or bad pandas, so you gotta live with that. I'll take that as realism. And not inconsistency in the writing. I'll take that as realism. Alright, turning in.
Greetings, wanderer.
You did well to help the brewers and bring this news to me. From what you've told me, it sounds as if Cuckoo was possessed by some dark energy. Could it be? Okay, everything I just said, take that back. The monster was possessed. He deserved to die. Oh gosh. No, that's impossible. Alright, what do we got here? Twinspire Keep. I do not trust this horde. They wield foul magic, and their intentions are clearly malevolent. We can no longer stand their presence in the Twinspire Keep so close to Podon. I beg you, thin their numbers. I will. That's what I do best. I'm a warrior. I shing. Though we have only just met, we have a common enemy, this group called the Horde. Several days ago, their leader made us a trade offer. When we refused, his servants abducted several of our cubs as bargaining chips. Typical orc thing to do. We have called in Shadowband to help, but they are in Kunlai Summit. Oh man, why does Kunlai sound so familiar? A journey of several days. Can you come to our aid? Sure thing, no problem. Alright, Rel finally has something to say. What do you got? A couple more quests here. The Horde have made our jobs easier for us. Their infighting and segregation have split their camp into two, orcs in the west and the undead in the east. The orcs obey their commander, Dalgan. Well, wait, where's Thrall in all of this? Is Thrall around? Anybody who knows the lore? Where is Thrall in all of these and within the Mists of Pandaria expansion? While the undead follow Balandra, Feldstorm, a powerful warlock. So slay Dalgan and slay Balandra. Easy. And spoke before fire. Sully scouted the Horde establishment to the north, and he reports seeing a large pile of explosives. Okay, let's blow stuff up, right? Yeah, I used the Alliance flare to call in an airstrike on a pile of munitions, demolishers, and wild imps and Judagab. Sure.
Back to your duties.
Alright, before we go on a run of uninterrupted questing, I'm going to be checking in on chat here. Where are we? Where are we, chat? Sorry, I'm doing a lot of scrolling up here. Sorry. Where did I last stop? Kim says, I think you can buy Black Desert Online and play for free. But you get better perks if you sub, I believe. Yeah, it's a buy to play game when it launched, I suppose, on Steam. And for us, when it goes live here in our zone, it's going to be buy to play as well. I'm not so sure about subbing yet. I mean, for me, when I'm jumping in, I'm just going to see probably a quick review about the Admiral in general and the value for money proposition with the sub. I'll think about it. But yeah, I'm sure there's lots of benefits for that. Maybe I've already read that. Adam says, hey, Adrian, you new to WoW, buddy? 13-year-old veteran here. Awesome. We got a vet in chat. What up, Adam? Yeah, it's my first experience in World of Warcraft. Never really played it properly. never had a reason to jump in. This would have been my first MMORPG if I had money way back in high school. Honestly, that was all I ever wanted, was to play World of Warcraft, which was such a big thing in terms of when you talk about online games here in Malaysia at the time, 2004. You're talking about old classic games like probably Counter-Strike, or probably boot up other. I mean, in the subsequent years, you got games, browser or small client-based games that were popular, but World of Warcraft has always been like the #1 big MMORPG that was there, and I was always conscious of that, and I wanted to play it. I just didn't have the money being in high school, so it took me long enough. Kim says no one gives a crap what kids see in the US, so we get everything. Matthew says same here in the EU, selling GTA to 5-year-old kids without a problem. Wow, that's crazy. ggmyster says, wow, the buffering because of my crap internet puts me 30 minutes behind. You're 30 minutes behind the stream? Dude, I feel so sorry. I don't know what to do, but I wish they fix your internet pretty soon. But I do appreciate, even with your internet issues, dude, I appreciate you sitting here and reading the chat and everything. That's pretty supportive. I do appreciate that. Kim says GTA is terrible for kids. My son wanted to play it, and I was like, no. Yeah, in later life, probably he just, but not for kids. Definitely not for kids. I mean, at the age of being exposed to and the type of content that developers are now putting in their game, there's a lot of, I don't know, this is kind of why I prefer MMORPGs that are great for escapism and transport you to a fantasy world, fantasy setting where you don't have to deal with the realities of real life in your games. That's kind of why I like MMORPGs. Saturday says WoW is running on an old engine, so it's not as efficient as a new game. Yep. Anybody know if they've got plans to upgrade that at all in the near future? We got Dominion Marshall in there. Hey, Dominion, what's up? He says, yep. Boopy says, we are going to have to work on some better GIFs for the announcements. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, those GIFs are given to me by Streamlabs, which is the website that I use for like tips and donations, and they have their own inbuilt stuff. So whenever like somebody tips like $1, then that animation will play. So you could pick for tips, subscriptions, and Twitch follows, and so that's what I did. Because I'm not a tech wizard, dude. I don't know how to integrate all that and make my own, and I don't know how to do it, basically. So I'm relying on the internet to do it. And, speaking of tips and donations and Patreon, all that, if there's an optional way to support the channel and support what I do, if you are interested in doing that, links are above in the cards and below in the description box. That was loud. What was that? That was my phone. So if you do want to support me that way, feel free. Again, completely optional, but I do appreciate everything that you guys do, from a simple subscription to watching the videos to being a patron on Patreon. I really appreciate all that stuff. Thank you, guys. All right, what do you got here? Zavkin says it looks more clear. Okay, and he was talking about earlier when I swapped my graphics from 4 to 6 preset, it got a lot more clearer and sharper, I'm guessing. But the lag was pretty noticeable because of how OBS uses my CPU and how WoW takes a lot of the CPU as well. So in the future, I will change that to presetting number 6 before I start the stream. I think that'll be the smart thing to do, not in the middle of a stream. That's suicide. Kim says, I try not to touch setting while OBS is running. I never had good luck with that, but I haven't streamed in forever. Rogador says, the reason I subscribe just now is because I generally watch few video streams before I decide whether or not I want to subscribe to the channel. Oh, awesome. Well, I guess thank you again. Salaudin says, why Alliance? I picked the Alliance because as a kid growing up in high school, and when I play here, oh gosh, it's dusty as hell, but I found my old copy. And there's like things sticking out of it and everything. Let me just get rid of that for you. Because of this game pretty much introduced me to the world, the setting, and I play primarily, I love especially the stories involving the Alliance, how they introduce the Lich King Arthas and his little romance with Jaina, and like, again, with the other faction, the Horde, I just cannot relate to something that I don't know. Like, you know, playing as the, like, Thrall and controlling the arcs and everything was pretty cool. But again, it's something I wouldn't really pick because I can't relate to it. Whereas humans, you know, I can. And I always liked... I mean, the great thing about WoW is there's no good side, there's no bad side. Both are flawed in their own way. But I just prefer the Alliance because I've got a strong attachment to them. And even from reading the novels and the books and everything. So, yeah, that's my story. Okay, I'm going the wrong way here. See, kind of sucks when you don't really have flying, where you could just bypass a lot of these stuff and just head on to wherever you're going. We have... Okay, hang on here. Let me just get rid of all these peons. ggmyster says, those goblins dying in the background. Sounds gruesome. There's nothing that pleases me more than the sound of goblins dying in the background. Like in every MMO that I play, like most guilty of this is actually the Lord of the Rings Online. They've got goblins in there, and their goblins are the most annoying sound design ever. You know, they laugh and, you know, goblin thingies, and it's just annoying as hell. I hated goblins, so anytime I get to kill goblins, I'm usually pretty happy. Awesome. I see something running around there. Is that a cub? Yeah, that looks like a cub. Alright. Oh, look at that. That is a flying jellyfish with a face. I like that. Must be a boss of some sort. Is that a cub? Yes, that's a cub. And of course, I'm gonna have to kill the eye. Look at that. That's pretty cute. Hey, come back here. Oh, she's wearing the traditional... oh man, what is it called? Samfu Cheongsam. Those of you that know what I'm talking about. That's pretty cool. I like it. Now, I wouldn't mind, you know, having a companion like that, because I play Guild Wars 2, and there's a character they have called Timey, who that just reminded me of, and I love Timey's character. It's like a little sister that that I'll never have. Oh look, she knew I was here and she ran to me. All right, I'm here to save the kids. Come on, kids. Let me get you out of here. When MMOs do this, you know, when the stakes are that high, like when you're saving young, cute things like children or whatever, that's pretty effective. It really is. Because like I said, Guild Wars 2, you know, whenever they put Timey, this character that's pretty similar like this, in danger, I just get, you know, I just get so pumped to like go save her and, you know, finish the story and see what happens next. It's a trope in a way that a lot of games do that. You know, they put something precious to you on the line. Most MMOs ignore that completely. They'll cook up some story that you, frankly speaking, don't give a shit about. But when games do try and take advantage of that, that's actually pretty rewarding. So, did I get all the kids? Yeah, I got all the kids. So all that's left is clearing stuff out. So let's go ahead and just spam my whirlwind skill because I can, and because that's the end result. You can pretty much just go apeshits. Die, warlock. All right, what's the deal with this? Do I do something here? Let's find out. So I've just used my my flare gun. Ah, there we go. Excellent. All right. So these are wild imps. Oh boy, what did I pull here? This looks like an elite of some sort. Fix you Lionheart. Any good loot? Not really. But you could see from the golden portrait that that's like a kind of an elite creature. Alright, onward to the next. And since there's a break here, I'll check it in chat again. Alrighty, we've got Poma. Sorry if I get your name wrong. He says, hi all. Wow, thumbs up. Hi Poma, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the chat. I am an hour 25 minutes deep into the Mists of Pandaria expansion, and I'm liking it so far. in terms of first impressions. Decent story. I like the setting. You know, the architecture and everything's pretty cool. Let's just find out how it goes. Rugador says, I admire the fact that you read every single comment in the chat, even if it takes a while. And Kim says, agrees. Yeah, I mean, I try because one of the things that's important to me is having interaction with you guys. I mean, that's the whole purpose of me having a webcam and being able to, you know, look at you guys and talk to you guys and you know, try and be as interactive as possible. Because I'm very aware that, you know, in the future or whatever, that I may not have the opportunity to do that. But what's important for me in the streams and why I have so much fun doing my streams is because I get to talk to people that I usually wouldn't do when I'm on my own playing MMOs. In MMOs, I hate to admit this, but it's the truth. I'm an antisocial guy. I really am. I'm an introvert in real life. I don't sit in front of things and talk to people, and you know, I'm just a quiet dude. But in MMO format, online and YouTube and everything, you know, I just have so much fun just expressing and talking and sharing experiences and talking MMOs, and you know, just being able to pass that passion around. It's so rewarding. Met so many people through the channel and through the streams, and you know, you guys have supported me, some for a short time, some since the beginning, and one way I can, you know, give back to you guys is to, you know, interact with you guys, and I really enjoy it. It's one aspect of live streams that I absolutely love. So thank you for saying that, and thanks for bringing that up, you guys. I appreciate that. Matthew says, couldn't agree more. Following this channel for a while now. Only MMO channel I watch. Wow, that is a huge praise and a huge compliment. I thank you very much. Because I will admit, you know, I'm still new to YouTube. I'm only 2 years old on YouTube. There are lots of other channels that are doing it out there. Way longer, bigger audience, better content maybe, but more clickbait titles, which I don't often do. And yeah, that's some really interesting stuff. Thanks. We got Thurston in chat. Hey Thurston, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I'm getting to your chat message late. He says, hi there, still enjoying WoW? Yes, I'm still enjoying. Trust me, the day, if ever I stop enjoying an MMO while I'm reviewing it, and that's a very rare occasion, man. Yeah, but so far, you know, for the money I pay monthly for World of Warcraft, it just says something about it that, at least to me, you know, it's that there's gonna be something here for me. Not just because I'm paying, you know, 60 Malaysian ringgit a month or 70 Malaysian ringgit a month. That's what it is in my currency. But for that amount of money, I know there's going to be something in here that I like. And so far, you know, questing through the zones in all the past 3 expansions has been pretty interesting. I love the stories. Dungeons are pretty fun. But pugging, I hate pugging. So we'll see. Legion and 110 and endgame is where it's going to get really interesting. That's going to be the one that is, you know, is it going to keep me here? Is there something for me to do? And how fast can I gear to endgame as a new player for me to get invested? That is something I want to see as well. Let's see if I can call in the airstrike here. And in the meantime, kill some stuff. So that was Zugudab, which just got released. Oh my god, okay. Wait, what? He just flew away like a freaking balloon. I didn't get that. So I guess my objective was really just to get him out of... Can I call him down? Like, okay, never mind. I see more shiny stuff up there. Let's go ahead and bomb those siege weapons, I guess you'd call that. Bombs away. Oh, look at that. They actually come flying in. That is cool, man. That is awesome. That's pretty cool. I should have looked up the first time. Well, here's this dude just... I can't really pull him. I can't aggro him. So he's just going to do his thing. Then he'll probably come to me when he's done sucking up whatever he's sucking up. So that could be like a potential showdown for later on. What's left to bomb? The munition stockpile, which is that thing right there. Okay, we got another opportunity to watch those gyrocopters come in. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Absolutely brilliant. Love seeing that. Alrighty, heading up. We got Dalgan and Belandra to slay. Let's go kill him.
I need to get closer. Target.
That's Dalgan right there. No, you will not suck me dry. You will not drain my health.
I'm out of range.
Oh, holy cow, was not expecting that, but okay. Evolve all you want from your whatever Pokemon you were. Not gonna help you. And of course, something to take up here. That is Sully the Pickle McLeary.
You got something that needs fixing?
I'm turning everything to him. Okay, Twin Spar Keep. One heck of a bloody mess you made down there, kid. Nice work. Thank you. Unfair trade. What we got? I seen the wee ones too. Busted a few on my way here. You done good, lad. Those cubs might have spent nasty nightmares, but they'll grow up someday, thanks to you. Fractured forces. That's some fine fancy killing, warrior. Now with all these two done and taken care of, all that's left is the big fella in the hall behind me. Me lads up in the sky bring the heat, don't they? Ha! Yes, they do. Alright, lad, we've taken enough jabs at this warlock army. Now it's time to cut off the head. Got rules back there in that big old temple ruin. Give him a good what for, and the horde will have lost its stake here in Pandaria. Let's do it! You call that big? I was expecting like a ogre-sized orc or something. But I can take this guy on. Let's go. I ain't waiting around. Okay, he just called me the Lion's hero.
You don't understand.
Okay, interesting. Man, stop flying around. Oh, okay. He just grew to that ogre-sized thing I was talking about. Okay, he grew up bigger. Great. Doesn't matter. I will get you. Dead. At this point, you could be a dragon and I couldn't care.
Your foe was overwhelmed by a dark energy we call the Shah. It thrives on negative emotions, such as doubt. It has been many years since I have seen it.
Oh, that's what you said in chat, Matthias, about Shah.
Surprised. The horde of monsters. We are here on a peaceful rescue mission. Will you help us?
I have seen your sky fortress. Your people have an interesting notion of peace.
Don't we all?
Left to their own devices, the horde will overwhelm your land. Will you not help us fight them?
We are not afraid to fight. Our warriors, while few in number, are extremely skilled. But we will not participate in this genocidal bloodbath of yours. Your conflict will have immense consequences here. Do not bring your war to these shores.
Alright, so we help Panda. Panda, no one helped us. Fair enough. I mean, after all, we're here with some
Keep your eyes open.
purpose, I suppose. Shah. Fighting the horde on a foreign shore is hard enough. Tell me about it. Any of these are upgrades. They are all... Let's grab one for the sake of grabbing one. Shah energy, Tread carefully. There's a hidden darkness to this continent. We'll stay behind to map up the rest of the horde, but we need you to continue with the main mission. The rescue of Captain Taylor and the retrieval of Prince Anduin. Right, so that's our... Even though we're here helping all these little pandas and whatever, that's still the Alliance objective, and that's still why... That's the reason we came here. Of course, we're fighting the horde because they came here first, and we stumble upon them. So if finding the Admiral and the Prince is our objective, we don't know what the horde's objective is. So I'm waiting to find that out to give the story more meaning and purpose now. Our aerial scouts think we've found the wreckage of the flagship near Podon village. Go there and report to Admiral Rogers for instructions. You're welcome to use my gyrocopter. Awesome. I like using gyrocopter thingies. It's been pretty fun so far. Oh, nice. Sweet. It's right here. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. Let's go. Will it auto fly me? Yes, I can check in on chat now. Awesome. Matthew says he's not binge playing MMOs compared to many. You can actually discover good stuff. Real MMO passion around here. Again, thank you, Matthew. That's exactly it. That's you know, when I go in, I usually try and go all in because that's the proper way to do it. If you want to review something, like especially an MMO, like I think I've told this story before. You know, I get really pissed off when, like, back in the day, because I used to buy the physical copy of PC Gamer, and you'd see them write these MMORPG reviews that were done in, like, you know, 2 weeks or whatever, just for them to meet their deadline, and they want to put out the review as fast as possible after a game goes live for views and for clicks and stuff like that. The problem is you cannot review an MMO in 2 weeks, and then you cannot put a score on it. The reason I don't score my MMORPG reviews is because MMOs are an evolving product. It's going to get better or it's going to get worse. By having a score there, you know, it's just... You can't do it for MMOs. I don't think. That's my opinion. And I don't even know why I brought that up. But yeah, I hated seeing, you know, review magazines come out with all these freaking scores. That's... While benchmarking and you know, reviews like that is a part of our culture now. Oh shit, what am I doing? Okay, thank God. It is a part of our culture. It's part of the consumerism culture, I suppose. Movie review, 9 out of 10. Metacritic. What else you got? That Rotten Tomatoes for movies and for games, you know, IGN and GameSpot and all these score-heavy sites. I mean, I guess that's the norm these days. I don't like scoring MMOs in particular. Excellent work, Warrior. I can see why you came so highly recommended.
Thank you for your hospitality.
You're welcome.
I assure you, you're doing the right thing.
I know. Oh, did I get an achievement?
Give these soldiers quarter at your discretion, but we are not choosing sides. This conflict is little more than a race war.
Right, more pandas saying they don't want to be in this war. Understood. All right, checking in chat here. Graspy says,
there are others who have landed on our northern shores.
Sorry, I got distracted by the dragon. Alright, Graspy says, the flight trainer is in Panda City, which is in the center zone. Quest-wise, it takes you till the Kuilai summit to get to the quest to get to that zone. Copy that. So it'll be a while, but I'm happy to be on you know, ground for the time being. We got Ruben in there. Hey, Ruben. It says, nice stream. Thank you, Ruben. Appreciate it. If you're just joining, which is not the case, I am so behind on chat. I promise I will catch up. Alright, guy who says, Thrall isn't the war chief in Panda. He stepped down in Cataclysm and gave it to Garrosh. Which is why, you know, playing a Horde side character will be pretty fun whenever 735 comes out. So I can totally see that side of the story. I'm excited for that. And Boopy says, chat is very active today. Damn. Yeah, you guys are killing it in chat, man. This is the first time I'm actually feeling the pressure to catch up. And hopefully I'll get to all your chats, alright? ggmyster says, I hope there's World PvP and Classic like there was originally, Terran Mill and South Shore. Hopefully for those of you that like that PvP, it'll be in there. Again, for me, I can check it out as well. Regular says, Tech Wizards are overrated anyway. Space Wizards is where it's at. Graspy says, Garrosh being War Chief is a big part of the Panda storyline and leads into Warlords of Draenor. Nice. Thrall joined the Earthen Ring Shamans to help repair the world after Deathwing. I didn't know that. Awesome. Nick says, I would always pick the evil side if there's a choice. Scourge for me. Nice. I mean, the only MMO I remember doing that is Star Wars The Old Republic. That's the only game where I was like, screw the Jedi, I'm gonna be Sith. You know, because that's a thing. Because there's not a lot of games out there that, you know, you... Especially for Star Wars, you know, when you... Like, I was fascinated with Darth Vader. I was fascinated with the Emperor, Palpatine, and where their powers come from. How did they become bad? And with games like Knights of the Old Republic, KOTOR 2, and then Star Wars, you know, they portray the dark side characters as not being just purely evil. You know, there's a gray area where all humans driven by real motives and ambition and emotion, and that's what I love about the Sith and the dark side, because those are real tangible things that drives a character to do certain things, you know. So that's the only game I played as the bad side. George Zach goes, hey George, welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm getting to you really late, bro. He says always Alliance for me. Yeah. I have to break that mojo and go do Horde when 735 comes out, which can be pretty fun. I kind of like that. Rico says missed the start farming loot boxes. That was not what this stream was about. Can you guys imagine the day that World of Warcraft comes up with loot boxes? I know it's never gonna happen, and I know it's probably gonna be super controversial, but yeah. Can you guys imagine if World of Warcraft... Alright, let's have a fun questionnaire time here. If World of Warcraft introduced loot boxes tomorrow, would you guys continue to support the game or not? I know this is not going to happen. I just want to know. Since we got a lot of people in chat, I just wanted to get everybody's opinion while you guys are here. Rico says, by the way, Poma in chat is pronounced Roman. Oh, didn't know that. Again, I'm sorry for my willful ignorance. I do apologize there, but yeah, Roman. Again, thank you. Graspy says, in Mists they introduced 3-man dungeons called scenarios. They use these for storytelling. In future expansions, they don't really have them as queuable content, but use them as story content in the future. That's exciting. I like the fact that World of Warcraft does acknowledge that there are maybe casual or solo players that just want to play through like story instances and whatever. So for them to actually integrate that into the content moving forward is I'll give you a thumbs up there. You know, you're not trying to alienate 1 or 2 player bases, so that's really cool. We got Alex Case Productions in there. Hey Alex, welcome to the chat and stream. He says, hi, what realm is he playing on? I am playing on the Sarfang Oceanic server, as ggmyster has just said. Rugador says, when I play Star Wars, I play it as a Sith Inquisitor and always pick the option to shock the shit out of everyone when I get the chance to. Same thing, you know, on my Sith Warrior, every time there's a chance to kill somebody, I would do it and then just watch my my dark side meter go red and stuff. And there's a lot of awesome stuff Sith-wise that you could do. Alrighty. I think I'm all caught up with chat. Yes, I caught up with chat. Finally. I got to every one of you. Alrighty. Now I'm gonna continue. And as usual, if you guys have any questions or suggestions or whatever, leave them in the chat. And by the way, for next week, I do have a MMO discussion video coming out. This topic was recommended to me by one of my subscribers, so I thought it would be pretty interesting as well, because I am a fan of music and this could be really interesting. So if you click on the card on the video that's playing, you know, the info bar at the top right, you click that and you scroll down, you should see a poll, and the question is, you know, is soundtrack or music important for MMORPGs, at least to you for your experience? Is the music important? Is the soundtrack important? So vote yes or no. You can go ahead and do that whenever, and we'll continue here. These Pandorans seem like good people, of course. The White Pawn. Alright, soldier, I've got a critical mission for you. Get down to the coastline south of here. In the cove there, you'll find a wrecked Alliance vessel. I need you to search it and find out if it was the ship that was carrying Anduin. Then recover the captain's log and see if it has any information on where we can find him. Since the log is from a military ship, it'll be written using cipher. Great. Take it to Nod Coatjag afterwards. He's keeping watch on the wreck. I thought they were going to make me decipher the code in Secret World style, you know, with all their puzzles and stuff. Alright, let's do this. And her second quest is, we've located the Alliance wreck. Unfortunately, the locals have informed us that it's currently being scavenged by a group of creatures called Hosen. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Hosen. By pillaging our wrecked ships, these creatures have already shown that they aren't friendly. We can't have them taking spoils from our ships, stealing our supplies, and worse, potentially capturing and killing any survivors. Okay, I will kill 14 Hosen for you. I guess. They should give me a title, Hero of the Lions. Oh, you know what? Speaking of titles, guys, I actually do not have a title. I've been playing this game for about a month now, and I think I've done and seen quite a bit, but I don't have titles. Wait. Where did I get there? Where is my titles option screen? Nope, it's not there. Skills, professions. It's not there. Nope. Is it here? I forgot the screen where you can grab titles from, but I don't have any. This basically... Yeah, there you go. Titles. You don't have any titles. What does a guy have to do to get titles around here? It must be pretty exclusive things, like, you know, a raid boss or whatever. Which I find kind of interesting. You know, in other MMOs they give you titles for a whole bunch of things, getting to level 10, not dying at level 20, or, you know, stuff like that. Warcraft doesn't really have that. I guess this was, you know, in a period where titles were taken as something, you know, it is a title, it's an accomplishment, it's a reward for something hard that you've accomplished or whatever, so I can respect that. That's pretty cool. Banana toss? I just saw that. I just saw that this thing's skill was banana toss. Excellent. You guys want to know something funny? I had banana milkshake today. Homemade banana milkshake. That's pretty good. So that's the first thing that came to my mind when I thought of the banana toss. Alrighty. Let's go get that ciphered message code thing. Sound design. You just know that in the sound studios there's one per soul who has to sit around the mic doing these noises. I mean, some games they do go out and, you know, use this, grab sound archive for their sound banks and whatever, and then they'll just tweak it to get the perfect creature sound or whatever. But some of them you can actually tell these are human beings. They're on the other side of the microphone making monkey noises. Some of it's obvious, some of it's not. Oh, what's this? Clues found. This soldier is not like the others. He looks like a personal bodyguard. Oh, cool. So we are on the princess ship. Is that another clue over there? Yeah, that's another clue. Oops. The Horde's sea dog. So there's hordes on this ship too. Horde sailor likely met his end during a battle. I guess I'm going underwater. Let's do it. Any clues here? Oh, there. I find... Wait, is that the journal? Yeah, that's the journal. You take the few intact pages that remain. Monogram on the leather covers are the initials AWL. Anduin Lotha Wern. Oh, I can't really pronounce the king's name. Damn it. Alright, one more clue. What are we looking for? Please tell me the prince is not dead. That'll be kind of sad. Ocean diver? Really? Monkeys got underwater helmets? Come on. Where did you get that tech? Oh, that's the log. Okay, I got the log. And, what's this? The king's royal banner. Someone's royal blood certainly slept in this chamber. And it's now underwater. So yeah, this is the ship. Interesting. I'm really intrigued by the storyline so far. I mean, where is the prince? What has happened to them? And then you got the whole Shah storyline thing going on here. I think I'm going to be having some fun in Mists of Pandaria, that's for sure. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. Alright, monkeys, follow me up. Actually, let me just mine that real quick and see what the ore in this zone is. What is it? It is the rich ghost iron deposit. I'm way behind on my harvesting and crafting, which is something I should probably get up to speed with in the coming weeks. Wants to investigate the ship and dealing with those creatures down there. Good work. You find anything? Okay. Well. Alright, let me see. Using the cipher from when the ship was missing. Aha! Wait, what? What is it? Okay, never mind. Let's turn in first. Good work. Dirty creatures trying to kick us down. Kick us when we're down. That'll teach them to try and salvage an Alliance vessel. Alright, the missing Admiral. Alright, according to the clues you found, that was Anduin's ship and Admiral Taylor was the captain. And Admiral Taylor's last entry says he was going to fight off the Hosen and protect the vessel after shipwreck. The locals say the Hosen sometimes take prisoners, and I didn't see Taylor's corpse anywhere among the wreckage, so you'll probably find Taylor and the Hosen encampment to the northeast. Get going! Alright, we have a prisoner taken by monkeys. Let me just see where we are. Oh man, we are barely scratching the surface of the zone. This is pretty nice though. Absolutely huge bamboo looking tree things. And just curious to see where this entire quest chain and quest art takes me. And hopefully I'll do quite a large chunk of it before I have to go to Warlords of Draenor. Excellent. Who do we got here? There we go. Admiral Taylor's right there. You found him, but the Admiral is unconscious. He looks on the verge of death. That's not good.
Your friend put up quite the fight. He nearly escaped, but now he is a prisoner.
Is that a talking fish?
Like the rest of us.
It's a talking fish. Right? That is a fish. I'm pretty sure that's a fish. Excellent. We got a talking fish, y'all. Alright, so he fought and he's about to be overcome by death or whatever, so let's go do some quests here. The Path of War. I see you want to save your friend. I can help if you will help me. First of all, it should be obvious that the fewer the sling tail roaming around, the easier it is to escape. Cool. Kill quest. Give me kill quest. Freeing our brothers. You may be an outsider, but you and I have a common enemy in the Hosen. Many members of the tribe are trapped in cages nearby, so free the prisoners. Copy that. What's next? Ancient power. Hosen skulls are prize tokens among my village. We use them to perform ceremonial rites. That's pretty barbaric, if you ask me. Luckily for us, the Hosen are careless, filthy beasts, and they leave their skulls of their dead scattered among their huts and campfires. Collect these skulls for me, and I'll reward you handsomely. Sure thing. Alrighty, now, checking on chat before I continue questing here. Where did I last stop? Okay, Matthew says, being a player for 12 years, I guess I'd still stay around, but I'd be angry as hell if there were loot boxes. Yeah, I can agree with that sentiment, you know, because it's been stable for so long and there's absolutely no need to do it, right? Because you're paying a monthly subscription and, you know, it's fair that you get access to everything free and, you know, even the cash shop, there's no... The cash shop is, like, honestly, guys, WoW's cash shop is the ideal cash shop for a subscription-only game, I would say. Things are there, there's a set price, it goes on sale whenever, and you buy it if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't need it, you don't need it, just move along. Alex says, okay, thanks. But yeah, again, if anybody wondering, I'm on the Sarfang server, on the Oceanic servers and everything. I mean, feel free to add me to friends, you guys, but most of the time, you know, I prefer playing solo, so I'm gonna be offline, and I'm, again, kind of antisocial, so best way to catch me is either through Twitter or Discord or whatever. And on the days where I know I'm going to be streaming group type content, I'll let you guys know in advance, then maybe we could play. But for the most part of my leveling adventure, I'm mostly solo. Rico says, whoops, I meant I was farming Star Wars The Old Republic loot boxes. Awesome, Rico, but look what I did. I took what you said and I made it into an interesting discussion for this stream. So that's how I'll take people's ideas and use it. Rain556 in chat says, Arv here. Hey, Arv. He says, hey, Halfle. And Halfle, for those of you who don't know, this is the name of my main characters in my old MMOs. So when I first started playing, you know, seriously or heavily, I would introduce myself as Halfle, and that name kind of stuck, I suppose. Rogador says, looks like you're not entitled to have a title yet. I'm not entitled to have a title. That's pretty clever. 5 points to Gryffindor. Graspy says, WoW has hundreds of titles. I'm not sure how you don't have one from what you've been doing. Probably, I don't know. I may have to complete a series of chains or whatever. Oh, Coffee House has just subscribed to the channel. Awesome, Coffee House. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate the support, and I'm truly excited because I love coffee. It's in my hand right now, and without this thing, this channel wouldn't exist. So, great that I have the Coffee House supporting me on YouTube. Does that mean I get free coffee? Because I would love that. In fact, I'm going to take a swig in your honor. It's cold, though. But caffeine is caffeine, and I'm all out of caffeine. Alex says, I've locked my XP level to 90 so I can finish all the story content without being too overpowered from the level advantage. Yeah, that's probably an interesting way to do things if you really want to slow things down and watch everything. Like, you know, if I had more time, I'd probably do the same, but that would mean that the Warcraft review will come out in March maybe, which, you know, I don't want to miss 3 months waiting for one review. I gotta move on. Oddnot in chat. Hey, Oddnot, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. It says, Mists is one of the best expansions, period. Great storyline. The zones are gorgeous. They brought the monk class, which I made ever since. Quest for Fun. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Dude, tell me more about the monk class. Like, I play a warrior, and at least now at this stage, I know a lot more about him. In the past week, I've jumped into a lot more dungeons, and the dungeons in Cataclysm, the difficulty was way more advanced than maybe the random dungeons in Wrath of the Lich King and lower. So I started to understand now what the warrior brings to the table in terms of what specializations people prefer as a DPS, and you know what my skills do and everything in a group situation. And so I think I know stuff about the warrior. I know a bit about the paladin as well. That's a pretty popular class and one of my favorite archetypes. But I don't know anything about the monk. So what's cool with the monk? Why is it your main ever since? Ruglador says no monkey business allowed. After this quest chain, yeah, absolutely. Graspy says 735 has been flagged for release, which means it isn't far from live. I would say this Tuesday is highly possible. Are you telling me 735 is coming out this Tuesday? Well, that puts me in a tricky situation, because my plan for the review was that I was gonna create the vanilla review first from 1 to like 100 and then make a review based on that, because I could talk about my experiences, you know, from vanilla all the way up and how I see the content, the mechanics, and you know, just the new player experience that I love. But if 735 is coming out, that means I have to do on Tuesday, as you say, Graspy, then I have to do Warlords of Draenor. You know, actually, it really wouldn't matter. At least then, I can then compare and contrast how it is moving forward from zone to zone and expansion to expansion in prior to 735 versus 735, which will be out for whenever I'm in Draenor. So I'll work around it, no worries. But thanks for the info, Graspy. Appreciate it, man. Otnot says my bets are the 16th or the 23rd. That's really, really soon. So that's Tuesday, and 23rd next weekend, I believe. I don't have my calendar up, but that's really good news, I suppose. 735, that's going to bring a lot more players back, I suppose, to the game. Those that want to do, check out that thing. So awesome. We got Ryan Wolf in chat who says Mego Vanen. Awesome. I forgot what the elf replied that is, but Ryan Wolf is my good friend in real life, and he plays an elf lore master on the Lord of the Rings Online. So it's kind of funny how we greet each other like that. Mego Vanen. Mego Vanen. And if you've left, Namri. Zay Kajan, I'm pronouncing that wrong. He says, I can't believe I caught this love this time, even if at the end. Nice to see you in Jade Forest, one of the prettiest zones in WoW. You know what? I will agree about Jade Forest. I mean, so far, I mean, I do like foresty type zones. Even the architecture way back in the first quest hub was actually pretty nice, because it's something unique. You know, I don't recall playing an MMO that has you know, because it's fantasy, right? You mostly are going to see, at least in some form, medieval type castles, and you know, and depending on what the fantasy race is. If you're going to see elves, then you're going to see a lot of intricate, you know, fabulous design and architecture, lots of curves, and you know, if there's dwarves, lots of I don't know, like squarish designs, very dwarven-y, I suppose. And then of course you got the orcs, which are very, yeah, TP huts and whatever. And then you've got, you know, for the first time I'm looking at oriental designs, which is pretty new. So that's pretty cool.
It's locked.
What do you mean item is locked? What do I need? Do I need a key of some sort? Yes, I need a key of some sort. So I have a bamboo key. Oh, come on. I need like 6 bamboo keys. For those that missed that, this guy was hanging He was hanging up in that wire thing. That was actually pretty funny.
It's locked. It's locked.
No, I picked up a key.
It's locked.
Okay, never mind. We'll move on.
It's locked.
Get more keys.
It's too far away.
Key, yes, 2 bamboo keys. One here. There's more down there. Let's just jump into the action there. Die, 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 die. More keys. Let's get these people out. 2 more.
I'm out of range.
1 more.
It's too far away.
Oh, there's the skull. That's what I'm looking for too. Should probably go back and see if I missed that. Let's get this guy out.
I need to get closer.
Skulls, yep, they're all over. Ancient monkey skulls. Got 4. Looking for the 5th one. There we go. 5. Any more that I've missed? Yep. Damn it! I should have looked at that first. I'm backtracking. 6. Seven. 1 more. Oh, it's right there. I'm good. I'm good. 8.
It's too far away.
Sweet. Let's turn in. Damn monkey. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Path of War. Ah, you're brave. An admirable trait. Anytime a fish laughs at you and calls you brave, you know your world's gone upside down. Thanks, fish. Alright, you have freed my brothers. Good. We are in your debt. Yes, you are. I guess I should ask permission to eat your kind. Since you are like a half man, half fish kind of thing. These skulls are precious to my tribe. How many have you collected? 8. It is good to see that you are so resourceful. It is a trait admired by my people. Again, fish admiring. That's new. The fine specimens you have brought me will produce powerful magic. Oh, that's random. Kung Din, I hope you're capable of the next task, for our lives depend on it. There is only one key that will unlock our chains, unfortunately, and the key hangs around the neck of Hosen's pet tiger, Kung Din. They keep the tiger in the Great Pit to the north. The only way to retrieve the key will be to kill the beast. Easy. I have killed countless of tigers for Hammett Nessingwary. What's another tiger, you guys? I mean, at this point, I am like, at least in my story, I'm the best poacher in the world. Just gonna dive in here. What the heck? What do you mean fight for my life? This is BS. Hey, I would have had you like 10 seconds ago until you introduced that new mechanic. That totally caught me off guard. What do you mean you pounced me? Get out of here. I'm not afraid of tigers. I've killed things twice your size. Kung Din. Just because they gave you a kung fu name don't make you worth a damn. Oh, come on. Damn monkeys. Really? Fine. More bananas for the village. Alright, fish. I got the key. Yes, with this key I'll be able to free our chains. You have delivered us to from this vile place. You're welcome. So what do I want to lose here? Lose haste, yeah. Boots, you know, all these are upgrades. I don't mind losing haste. Critical strike, I want more critical strike. That's great for a Fury Warrior, in my opinion. Alright, jailbreak. Without healing, your friend Taylor will die. My village is just east of here, in the middle of the large lake. I will take Taylor myself, but the fighting is most dangerous in that direction. I need you to help clear a path through the Hosen so that I may run safely to the village. Can you do this? I suppose. I see. That's what where I'm needed. Alright, fish strippers.
My people do not like strangers, but I owe you this much.
Yeah, the fish is talking to me.
Do not punish me for this deed. We are going to pass through a fierce battle. You must engage the Hosen while I run through. If all goes well, I will meet you at my village.
It sounds like he's talking to me through like
I need a target.
he's talking to me through like mind control or something. That's pretty freaky. Alright, meantime I'll just kill whatever fish strippers. Sorry, not fish strippers. Fish rippers that come my way. I apologize for that. Fish strippers doesn't make sense anyway. Fish rippers. There's a bunch down there. Kill steal. Might as well make use of them. Those that come this way. One more.
It's too far away.
And done. Alright, let's go check out this guy's village. Oh, look at that. That's pretty awesome. That's the architecture for these half fish, half men things. But the sounds they do make that I'm hearing in my earphones is pretty gross. So, Pearl Lake. Anyway, I'm quite surprised that they are above water, you know. Oh, actually, they can go into water too, so that's pretty interesting. Again, another native species of World of Warcraft that I've just been introduced to, so this is pretty interesting. I like this discovering this part. Anyway, before I turn in, I'm gonna go check in on chat here. Let me just head to this dude real quick. Alrighty, checking on chat. Let's do this. Where are we? Asper says, hey, 735 really won't affect you at all. It really does affect the Wrath and Low stuff. Yeah, I know. That's kind of why. I mean, I was thinking more about how I was going to position the review in terms of I wanted that review to come out before 735 comes out. But I guess I'm too slow there, so I'm just going to have to deal with that. But yeah, Ryan Wolf with some emotes in there that I don't know how to read out. Matthew says, if it's coming out soon, you'll even be able to fly everywhere in Pandaria for free. Yay! Yay, but I'm not gonna wait. I'm gonna carry on here because I need to get the review out. There's so much more MMOs that I want to cover this year, as I've already said, you know, in the first video of the year, I suppose, which was my Patreon announcement video and everything. And of course, Black Desert is one. I've got a couple of early access games that I have pledges to. Ashes of Creation, but that's nowhere near to being released. I'm just hoping that I can jump into one of their alphas towards the end of the year. Crowfall, I have bought Crowfall. I bought that as my Christmas present, and I kept that a secret. So I'm going to be jumping into Crowfall for a new side quest series. I can't really review that. I don't want to review early access MMOs. But I want to jump in for some content, you know. At least I can show people what the development is and where that stands, and my thoughts on the ongoing development. And Crowfall is pretty PvP heavy, and I like PvP type MMOs. I'm also looking at Camelot Unchained. I believe they have their beta announcement going to be happening soon, and I have to buy an early access pledge to get into the Camelot Unchained beta. But that's pretty cool because that one's all about, for those that don't know, realm versus realm versus realm, so 3-faction realm. I guess think of Guild Wars 2. That's where they got their inspiration from, Guild Wars 2. So, you know, that's coming out. I want to be able to give that beta a shot. So, lots of interesting stuff going on. Rugador says, I feel like you should just be able to cut the cages open with your sword. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, logic would dictate that simply doing that would cut ropes and you know, behead monkeys and stuff like that. But hey. The ggmyster says, I think the stream is behind for me. He just finished talking about the chair. Oh my god, that's how far behind you are? Dude, I think I'm like 25 minutes past that point at this point. So that's pretty interesting. Rogador says, fish strippers? Well, yeah, I got that wrong. It's fish rippers, but for some reason I said fish strippers. That doesn't mean that was on my mind at the time. You know, do not think that lowly of me. Thinking of fish strippers. Who the hell would think of fish strippers? That's odd. That's weird. Matthew says, pretty sure after a couple hours of dancing, some strippers can smell like fish. Oh my god. Yeah, I knew that was coming. That was all my doing. If your fierce back stats you want in this order are haste, mastery, versatility, then crit in that order. Oh yeah, awesome. Thank you for that. I will do that in future. I mean, for me, leveling, it really doesn't matter. But for group content in the future, I'm gonna have to build it properly in terms of fury specking. I know from a warrior perspective, a lot of people frown upon arms for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I was talking to somebody in a random dungeon the other day, and I'm like, he was a fellow warrior, so I'm like, what are you running in? And I was like, I mostly do fury because people hate warriors that run in arms, and I don't know why. Because when I first started leveling, you guys know I was primarily in arms because I love the amount of AoE options that you can get. You know, Blade Storm, Whirlwind, and a lot of the early skills were pretty awesome. So, and I guess whenever I decide to jump into the end game, I'm going to be sticking with the fury spec and the order haste, mastery, versatility, and then critical in that order. Copy that, Graspy. Thanks, man. Graspy says that's from Icy Veins. And Zay Kadjan says the talking fish is Jinyu. They are Pandaria cousins to Murlocs, like zebras to horses. That is actually... That's awesome. Yeah, now that you think about it, yeah, Murlocs are more primitive, I suppose. And what are these called again? The Jinyu. These guys look more advanced. I mean, look at that. This guy has armor that's better than whatever I'm wearing in terms of design. I will take these guys over the Murlocs any day of the week. I hate Murlocs. Murlocs are annoying things to me. Alright, so I'm all caught up in chat. Let's go ahead and move on. Thank you, Jeremy Adrian. Because of you, we were able to make it here safely. You're welcome. What?
I sense the presence. Is it Hosen? Show yourselves!
No, it's not
What
Hosen.
have you done to her, Admiral?
Stand down.
I have
He's nice.
done nothing. This is the work of the Sling-tailed Chief, Gakat.
You think we can believe him, Commander?
Yes.
We have no other choice.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Sorry.
Put down your weapon, warrior.
Because in Guild Wars 2, I am the commander, you know. Here, I'm being led. Look at that. Everyone's slowly putting down their weapons. This is actually pretty cool.
We're not in the habit of welcoming outsiders into our village. You may stay only until Taylor is well, but then you must leave. We will be watching you.
Narrative quality, in-game mini cutscenes, voice acting, yeah, basically, you know, in-game storytelling in Mists of Pandaria is already 50 times better than Cataclysm and anything before that. I like it. Really like it. I'm enjoying it. You know, I just want to continue playing and seeing what you know, what goes on and stuff like that. Not even thinking about getting endgame right now. I just want to play through this story. That's how good this is, you know, and I expect to find this kind of stuff, you know, that deep of a landscape quest in terms of what they can show you, how they show things to you. I expect that to be top-notch in games like Elder Scrolls Online and Guild Wars 2, for example. If you told me World of Warcraft had this, I wouldn't believe you. I swear to God, you know, because that's how little I knew about World of Warcraft. Now that I'm playing it, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty good. Such a big leap from vanilla. And then coming into Mists of Pandaria and seeing all the expansions before this, that was actually awesome. I like it. Now I really am curious to see what, you know, like Legion, what does Legion do? and battle for Azreck later this year. How will they raise the bar and increase the quality all around? That'll be pretty interesting.
Soldier.
Let me turn down the volume. Alright, the Pearl Fin situation. I've been thinking we're cut off from support from a long way from home. Although these Pearl Fin Jinyu mistrust our presence, they do not appear to be hostile. If we could convince them that we are their friends, an alliance between our races could provide extremely valuable. Sure, Adrian, you must go speak to the Jinyu around the village. Convince their leaders that they are not to be feared. Or that we are not to be feared. And that we only wish for peace and maybe a fried fish once in a while. I bet one Jinyu could feed our entire army for like a week. I mean, no, that's too long. Not definitely not entire army. I think one Jinyu, full-size Jinyu, adult Jinyu could feed us for like a week. Yeah, probably a week. That's pretty nasty. A pretty nasty thought. I'm evil. Okay, speak to Elder Lushan, Fujin. Yeah, man. That's why I was so familiar with the Kung Lao name earlier on, because Kung Lao and Fujin, for those that don't know, are Mortal Kombat names, and I used to play Mortal Kombat a shit ton. That's one of my favorite fighting game franchises of all time. In addition to those cheesy, corny movies, which are guilty pleasures of mine. So, nice to see them using Mortal Kombat names. That's kind of funny. Pearl Keeper Fujin. Alright, this one's weird. Ottemdo. First thing I think of is Ottomendo. I don't know where that's from. Let's move on here. Road rations. What do we got? We do not have time to wait around for the Admiral to recover. Sully and I are planning to search for Anduin from the north, but we'll need supplies for our journey. The lake here is teeming with wildlife, which we have received permission to hunt. Go and gather supplies while Sully and I finalize our prep. Why don't we take one of these Jinyus out back and we slit the throat or whatever, and then we fry them way back there, and that's your food for a week. All you need is to kill one of these big guys, dude, and we're set. Alright. So I'm gonna go hunt the food first, because that's the mundane one. So let's get that out of the way first. Okay, I'm just gonna go and pull a whole bunch of these, because these apparently do not drop as often. So I got crabs and stuff. Yeah, we actually have crabs down here. Why aren't we eating crab instead of eating tortoise here? We could eat crab. If I don't get more than one flank from this, I'm gonna be upset. I got 2 flanks. 2 flanks from 3 turtles or whatever. Why am I even skinning that? Those don't really sell that well anyway, at least not on my server.
I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
One more flank. Come on, Lucky Tortoise, it's you. You're the one that's gonna give me the last flank. And of course, I got crabs on the way. Wow, that guy's hacking me like no tomorrow. That's some pretty cool animation there. No flank, of course. It's the last objective syndrome. When you're on your last objective, there's no way the RNG is gonna give you exactly what you want.
Too far away.
I'm so used to that. Yeah, one more for luck. One more for luck, even though I know I got this in the bag. Awesome. Now, let's go talk to these peeps. Where are the elders? Here we got Elder Fujin. Let's talk to Fujin first. Why have you come here? What are your intentions? Please allow us a chance to prove our friendship. We wish you no harm. No harm? Bah! Many thousand years ago, the Pearlfin tribe stood on the throne of all Pandaria. Now this village is all that's left of our people, all because we trusted a tribe of outsiders, the Ozen. It's not our problem. This was before we even got here, so... In other words, you don't have a chance, or a choice, I should say. Who's up here? Oh, that is one ugly-looking fish. Elder Lushan. The great river flows through us all. Some prefer to surrender themselves to the water's path. Others swim towards certain shores. Which are you, stranger? Where will the river take you? I come from the Alliance. We wish to be allies, not enemies. Stranger, have you ever seen a stone fall into the calm lake? Every action creates a ripple, even accepting a pledge of friendship. I shall think upon your request. Or I could take a stone and throw it in the river so you can see that ripple and, that's my phone again. And that's a sign of our friendship. Can't believe I'm trying to get trust from the fish. Trying to get a tribe of fishies to trust me. But they are pretty advanced though. I mean, look at some of their tech here. That's some pretty awesome looking weapons in the weapon rack. Even their armor looks way cooler than ours. Here's the blacksmith. A fish blacksmith. I'm struggling to come to terms with this whole fish thing.
Which river led you here?
I hear that with the fire and force of U-shaped metals for war, I can achieve this through the pressures of water and masteries of their densities.
Go with the waters.
Ah, you must be the outsider. Sadly, I am making weapons for war. Once not long ago, I made instruments for prayer and celebration. It is this war that makes everyone stand on edge. Is it always? One more left. Oh yeah, this guy's all military and stuff. Oh, you know what? Even the way they hold their swords is actually pretty cool. Look at that. Nice. Oh shit! Holy crap! I thought this dude asked them to strike me. That would have been unfair. All right, let's talk. The Hosen rely on dirty guerrilla tactics, ambushes, and traps. It is sad to say, but they seem to outwit us at every turn. Which is surprising because they're damn monkeys and you guys are fish, and yeah, actually monkeys are pretty smart. Anyway, my friends and I come with peaceful intentions. What do you have to say to that? He's got nothing to say. Okay. Everybody else gave me some long, witty-ass answer about, you know, perspective and military dudes like, strike.
Reporting in.
Right, turning in. Pearlfin situation. It sounds like you made quite the good impression. Well done. Thank you. Time is short. Each hour we delay, the white pawn may move further away. Where are the supplies? Right here. Should be plenty. Thank you. Goodbye. You're welcome. Alright, so these guys are making their way.
Admiral, it's good to see that you're okay.
Thank you, Captain. It's good you're here. With full carrier support, we can push north.
I'm afraid you'll have to push forward without us.
What?
I've been ordered back to the main battle group to provide carrier escort. The full might of the Alliance Navy will arrive in 2 months' time.
What am I supposed to do until then? I've got no men. We don't know where the Horde are, or how many we're dealing with.
Put on your big boy pants, Taylor. I will leave the SI-7 officers with you. I suggest a scouting mission. Maybe you can recruit some of the locals. I'll leave the situation here in your capable hands.
Yes, Admiral. Godspeed.
Interesting.
Improvise.
Yep.
Nightwind, take your men and scout the interior. Look for a Horde presence. And find Prince Anduin.
If there's any sign of Anduin, we'll find it.
Wait. Even though we are not friends, you should not go into unfamiliar territory alone. I will send my brother to go with you. You want me? Please bring him back safely. He is young, but clever. He can help you find your way.
I swear I will keep him safe. We will return as soon as we can.
Alright. Awesome little...
Very well. Let us proceed.
So, we got a Little Lou. That's the fish dude's brother's name, Little Lou, and he's gone off to find a prince. Interesting. I mean, okay, plot's kind of heating up. Ugh. What time is it? 11:27 here. I've been streaming for 2 hours plus. Alright, checking on chat now. It's time to check on chat before I continue questing. Where did I stop? Alex says Horde gets to ally with Hosens. Sorry, excuse me. Horde gets to ally with Hosens, and the Alliance allies with the Jinyu. Okay, so I guess the Horde went with the monkeys. That's fine. The Graphic says, I play Fury just because I could use double two-handed swords. It's all about the looks for me. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty badass. I mean, way back in the, I think it was TBC or even Cat Eye, picked up like some really awesome looking swords that had dual sides of the blades. So when, you know, Fury Warriors put them at the back, it just looks like Berserkers in some other games, which is kind of awesome. I like that look. Zaykajan says most titles are unlocked by endgame achievements at each level cap, not something you can get by accident, just through leveling and moving on. Interesting. And we got Belleria in chat. Hi Belleria, welcome to the stream. Sorry if I'm getting to your message at 10 minutes late. She says, yup, this cutscene quality starts ramping up from here. Great to know. I'm really excited about that. I'm a big story nerd, so you know, seeing these things improve over time is actually pretty rewarding for me. I do enjoy that. ggmyster says you can get the fabulous title by finding fashion items. May cost a bit of gold, but achievable pretty easily. That's something I can look forward to. I mean, or I could just start jumping into, you know, the end game and do dungeons and whatnot. So there's always that option. Rugador says there is Blizzard where I am, and it's not very entertaining. Awesome. Keep it up. Good joke, that one. We got Tom in chat. Mary Do, my homie. Good morning from Colorado. Awesome. Hey, Tom. Good morning to you. Welcome to the stream. I've been streaming for about 2 hours plus, maybe. So I've been here for quite some time. But good to see you, Tom. How you doing, man? How's your weekend so far? We got Lil Insane MD as well. Says, hey, Adrian. Damn, I'm late. Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, for me, the most ideal time for me to start streaming is actually 9 p.m. GMT plus 8, which would have been 2 hours ago for you guys, wherever you guys are. Because that's like the ideal time for me to start. Tomorrow is a Monday for me, and of course, everybody hates Mondays because it is the start of the working week. So in the past, like back in December and November when I was doing the Neverwinter leveling streams, I could take it a bit. I would stream pretty late, you know, and finish my streams at like 1 a.m., sometimes even 2 a.m. And that means Monday morning I feel like crap. So my workload for 2018 has increased, so I gotta, you know, do a lot of things on Mondays. So I'm gonna have to cut the stream short here. That's why I kind of am sticking with the schedule of streaming a little bit early in my time, so at least I'll have the energy to get up tomorrow and work. But don't worry about being late. Nothing much you've missed, I suppose. Just me going through the Mists of Pandaria expansion and a TLDR for those of you that are just joining the stream. I like it so far. I mean, the quality all around has been pretty awesome. I'll wait and see until I get to later on and see if there's any like payoff from what I've seen so far, which is again exciting. Rogador says the Horsen rely on guerrilla tactics. Yeah, I should have seen that at the time, but I did not see that. Graspy says put on your big boy pants. And Zizan Saleh, hey Zizan, welcome to the chat and welcome to the stream. He says, hey Adrian, what's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Hope you're having a good Sunday so far. I actually need to check the football scores. My team is playing tonight. I need to know who wins, or else I won't sleep well. Anyway, I'm all caught up with chat here. Let's go ahead and continue our questing. I'll do this for maybe half an hour more, and then I'll probably head to bed. Half an hour to midnight here. Anyway, let's carry on. Family heirlooms. We recently lost a fierce battle against the Hosen at Moonwater Retreat. We evacuated as many of our people as we could, but still, there were many we could not save. We have no tokens of our lost over. What? We have no tokens of our lost, okay, over which to send our prayers. If someone could go and retrieve heirlooms from the dead bodies, yeah, sure, that's a grim thing. I'll do it. Oh, somebody else has a quest. It's Fujin. What do you got? Oh dear, the Elder mustn't find out. I must have left the Elder's ceremonial instruments behind during the escape. But Moonwater Retreat is crawling with Hosen by now. What sort of pearl keeper am I to have lost them so carelessly? Stranger, help me. Alright, so he needs the staff, a robe, a jade crown, rosewood beads, and sling-tailed sticky paws. That is a long list. I expect to be compensated in just a long, similar type list. Let's go. Let's go see what your old village looks like. Again, tried spamming my thing to fly, and I'm reminded that I'm grounded for now, which is fine. Dun, dun, dun. Discovered the bamboo wilds. Okay, I guess we're here now. I wonder if the tails come from these guys. No, they don't. Moving on. So I'm looking for dead fish and let's just move forward here. I'll go do the heirlooms first, and then I can figure out where the other staffs or whatever is. Emerald turtle. The jade crown actually sounds like a flower of some sort, or like a mushroom. Oh no, I killed the turtle! Shit. Damn it.
I need to get close.
I was not planning on accidentally killing poor pets, but that happens. Come to me, sticky toes. Oh my god, sorry about that. The audio was at full volume. That must have been really, really loud. I do apologize for that. I forgot to turn down the volume after the cutscene. That must have been really, really hard to listen to. My bad, guys. Okay, so how many claws do we got? I've got the robe. One heirloom. Another heirloom. That's the spear. No, that's a staff. Staff is done. All that's left is the jade crown and the rosewood beads. Can I enter this burning building? Just to see if there's anything in here. Nope. Pretty small for a fish cave. Or I don't know what they call their homes. Fish cave sounds just about right.
It's too far away.
They're probably all on these guys. I think they're the ones that are carrying it. Yeah, they are carrying it, so it's just a matter of killing them to get it. So jade crown left. Let's just go pull a bunch of stuff. And not done. Damn it. I thought I was gonna get it. For the amount that I pulled. Damn. Alright. Round two. Let's do that again. Let's just pull stuff. It's here. Yeah. Okay. Done. Let's head back. Oh. Stuck at the signboard. Alright, check it in chat here. Grasper says the Jinyu use night elf models. They are very popular with players. Are you talking about the night elf models? Or are you talking about the Jinyu? That's interesting there. Rugador says, since you killed a turtle, at least you can have some delicious turtle soup. Hey, you know what? How many of you guys have actually had turtle soup, like in real life? Because I hear it's very bitter and it's not something I would voluntarily consume as a food. I don't know, it's just kind of odd. Even like frogs, you know, people eat frogs. They're pretty popular. To me, the thought of eating frogs, it's like, not because it's cruel or whatever, it's because it's a frog, you know, it's a swamp thing. That's how I see frogs. They're like swamp things, and I don't want to put that in my mouth. Even though people say it tastes like chicken, I don't know. I can't do it. I really can't. Alright, let's turn in the Fujin quest first. So, hey, what's some of the strangest things that you guys ever eaten? Like, food-wise? Feel free to share that in the chat, and I'll read that out. And, you know, let's compare and contrast our gastronomic misadventures, if you will. You guys share yours? What the, you know, kind of weirdest things you guys have ever eaten? And I'll share mine. Let's turn this in. The Elder is a water speaker. He speaks to the waters and they answer. Yep, I've got all your stuff here. You found them? Oh, thank the spirits of water. You have saved my tail fin. You're welcome. You brought back the instruments in time. The Elder is ready to perform the water speaking ceremony. Okay, I need to see this. What is this water speaking ceremony? Show me. No? Nothing? Damn. Alright. We still grieve for our fallen brothers. As you should. Thank you. You do not know how much this means to the families. Alright, so he is done, and we're back to Fujin. I guess we're gonna do the water ceremony after all. Let's do this. A war against the Hosen rages without end, and the future of our tribe is uncertain. This is why our water speaker has decided to seek wisdom from the waters. Elder Lushan is waiting. Please deliver the instruments so that they may begin. Where's Lushan again? Oh, is that it? That's that big water bubble there? Is that what the ceremony is all about? Alright, cool. Let's get this done. Water speaker. I doubt that we'll ever win against the Hosen. Oh, have some faith. They're bloody monkeys, FFS. We can beat monkeys. I mean, not literally. I mean, we can win them. Anybody can beat a monkey. Ah, God. Yeah. Probably sleep times when I'm talking nonsense. Alright, I brought the items for the ceremony. Let's go. Let's watch this thing.
Let us begin. Ancient spirits of water, hear my echo through the silent deeps. Awaken from the great waters beyond. Aid your children in this time of need. Brother, I see great darkness looming before you. Everywhere I look, the rivers have dried. There is yet one path, one river that may carry you through these difficult times.
That's me right there.
Powerful strangers come from across the sea. Seek their strength. Add it to our own. Wow. Great darkness. Could he mean that we must trust these strangers? These alliance, after all?
Cool, so even your ancient emperor says trust us, you don't have a choice. You have to work with us and we will help you. End of story.
Reporting for duty.
Can you repeat that?
Alright, let's turn that in. I saw the vision. What do you think it means? It means I'm here to kill the big bad monkey and we can all go home. I mean, we can go to the next expansion. I think it's clear that you play some part in it. Yes, I do. Of course, I do. Yes, achievement in progress. That's new. I don't really remember getting that upgrade. So I'm kind of getting... That's nice. I guess it's a way to keep track. And of course, you can see... I mean, from the achievement panels itself, you know, some of them will tell you what kind of rewards you get. I think so. So, like, the ones that reward you with titles. Like, if I go under raids and stuff, general, let's see. Where's the raids? Dungeons and raids. Let's just say Legion raid. One of these is bound to have a title of some sort as an achievement. I just don't know if they actually show it on the achievement tracker or not. Of course, there's the wiki and stuff. Oh, there you go. Title, reward down here. You can see the Darkener. So that's one way to see what kind of stuff you do in game rewards you with rewards. I haven't really looked at the full list yet, but yeah. Right, before I talk to... Oh, wait, they came back. The SI-7's back, and Nightwind is in trouble. Or he's taking a nap, I don't know. But I'm checking on chat here. Let's check out... Oh yeah, I asked you guys what were some of the unfortunate gastronomic experiences that you guys have had. So let's find out. Matthew says, had this soup 2 years ago in KL. Disgusting. I think I know what soup you're talking about. It's the bull's if I'm not, I think it is. It's the bull penis or the bull penis soup, right? That's what you're talking about. That's a pretty popular soup. I don't know. I hate it as well. I don't like it. Graspy says the Jinyu are very popular. Okay, so not the Night Elf models, but the Jinyu. Copy that. Rugador says, I've eaten snails. They're super delicious. Yes, I mean, snails, I don't mind, I suppose. I mean, what do they call it? What's the French word? Escargots, right? Or, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. When you cook them in butter, you know, garlic butter, and that's pretty delicious. You know, there's nothing snaily about it. I'm more interested in the sauce, which is the garlic butter for the escargot, but they... Rico says pig anus. People eat that? I mean, I don't know. I love pork. I love bacon. And for those of you that do not eat that, I do apologize for saying that. But, you know, I do enjoy that meal for Christmas or whatever. You know, a ham sandwich, essentially. But any other part of the animal, I don't really fancy, you know. Kim says, since when did you turn into a baby in a basket and wow, when dead and returning to your body? Matthew says to Rugador, snails with the garlic butter, one of the best things ever. Yes, agreed. Kim says, never mind, I guess it's because of the quest I'm doing. Oh, that's a quest that you were doing? I'm not sure I've seen that before. You turn into a baby in a basket when you die. Is that like a specific quest thing? I don't know. All I've ever experienced is dying, being a ghost in a graveyard, and running back to my body. Pink Bonnie says, I hear the new patch hits on the 16th. What are your thoughts? My thoughts will be available when they're on the 16th. Nah, I'm kidding. Pink Bonnie, I'll keep on playing this character, my warrior in the alliance, all the way until I am done with whatever content the game has to throw my way, which includes, you know, getting to 110, getting to Legion. And then I'll be able to create a secondary character and, you know, play around with the early zones again and see what the leveling was like. Because, as I said, the benefit I have was that I started playing December the 3rd. So that's only a month away. The experience is still fresh in my mind. So I can now, you know, compare and contrast that experience with having the 735 scaling patch. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So regardless if it comes on the 16th or on the 23rd, I think it was, someone said, I'll be happy to check it out when it comes out. And of course, you know, in terms of other like classes and stuff like that, I still have a level 100 token that I've not used, but I'm planning to use. I'm going to use that on a paladin, which is going to be the class. And I've also got plans to create a Death Knight and play with that a little bit. I want to see what these exclusive classes feel like, because they, of course, they don't start from like 1. You start somewhere in the middle or higher. So that's an interesting prospect as well. Alright, check it in chat as well. Here's Zeki says, SI7, you see some NPCs tagged as is Alliance organization equivalent to British MI7 or USA CIA. Yeah, they're like the secret, you know, spy or super agency or whatever. So I picked that up. I picked up on that the moment I saw it, you know, because it sounds like it, you know, MI6, James Bond, for example, and SI7. I could totally see what they were going for there. Pop culture reference. Matthias and Revlin says, yeah, it's escargot, pronounced well. Thank you. I mean, I eat the damn thing a lot. The least I could do is pronounce it right. Matthias says, and yes, that was the soup I was talking about. Couldn't even finish it. I take my hat off to you, and I respect you for trying that soup. Even me and my circle of friends, or everybody I know that's Malaysian, we have never enjoyed that soup. We don't even know why it exists. Apparently, it's some form of Viagra for men, but bullshit. Just because you drink a bull penis soup doesn't mean it's bullshit. You know, when it comes to cultural stuff like that, you know, it's just some nonsense in there that people still believe, and yeah. Rogador says, I have also tasted kangaroo meat. I have not, and maybe one day a kangaroo sausage or a steak would be interesting. Matthew says, kangaroo dry sausage, top notch. Grashby says, I could be wrong, but I don't think the new scaling affects... oh, it doesn't. If it doesn't affect Worlds of Draenor, then that's pretty good. I can just focus on finishing this character and, you know, move on to another character to look at the early stuff and how 735 affects that leveling experience. So that's pretty good to know. Alex says, from what I understand, you're going to make reviews for more MMOs. Does that mean that after you're done with the WoW MMO, you'll quit the game? Nope. Alex, look, I am... There's no such thing for me as quitting a game. I never quit games. In my reviews, a lot of the time, it comes down to me personally, what I like playing. So before I started the channel, for example, Lord of the Rings Online was my main game. I was playing the secret role in the sidelines. And I also had Guild Wars 2, but I never really got into it. And then when I started the channel, and I was thinking of doing all these reviews, so the benefit is I get to jump to all these new MMOs I've never played before. And the best part about that, you know, is that I get to see a lot more games out there and fall in love with them. So I reviewed ESO for the first time, fell in love with it. I still play ESO today. Reviewed Guild Wars 2 for the first time. I fell in love with it. I still play Guild Wars 2 today. You know, it goes on and on. I still play Secret Worlds as Secret World Legends. For me, it's a matter of, you know, what catches my interest at the moment, what's happening, which game has new, fresh content that I want to play through. That's just me personally. But for the channel, of course, I have a goal to review them, you know, and then sometimes I ask you guys to vote on what you want to see next. So that's already been decided. Like, you guys want a World of Warcraft, so here I am. So there is a possibility I will continue to play this game. If you're asking me, will I be around? Of course I'll be around, you know, because Battle of Azeroth is going to be like the first expansion that I am in WoW as a current player. So I have the opportunity to see what an expansion release looks like, how the game is like a month or 2 months prior to an expansion launch, what the population is like in my server, and how that affects random dungeon queues, and is it easy to jump into endgame. These are all content ideas that I have for the channel. So in short, I am long-winded as hell. I do apologize for that. But in short, the short answer is no, I'm not quitting the game. I'm going to be around. There's lots more stuff I want to check out. I do have friends playing World of Warcraft, even though we're in different servers. But there's a lot of content I can create regarding WoW, in addition to every other MMO that I've formerly played. That's what my channel's all about. I never quit an MMO. I always come back, even though it might take me some time, like Final Fantasy XIV, for example. I want to go back and play Heaven's Ward and Stormblood, but don't have the time for it. That's my only issue. Time is the issue, nothing else. Hope that answers your question. Ping says, hope the new tune is a horde. Yes, it will most likely be a horde. I mean, I've got... By the end of this review, I'll probably have 2 Alliance characters already. I've got the Warrior, and then I'm going to boost the Paladin, as I've said. And then I'm going to make a Death Knight, which is going to be Alliance as well. Then I'm going to make a Horde character, so that's probably going to be Horde. I want to see stuff on the Horde side. Matthias says, surely not because of the food, but got the dengue the night I had the soup, so I'm keep blaming the soup anyway. Oh, that's terrible, dude. You got dengue here? Oh my god, that sucks. Dengue is no freaking joke here, man. The dengue fever. For those of you that haven't heard this thing before, in tropical areas like our country and just Southeast Asia in general, mosquitoes, some mosquitoes, the Aedes mosquito, when they do bite you, there's a chance that, you know, you can get the dengue fever, which in some cases can be fatal. Others, you know, there's lots of vomiting, and you know, you just get pretty sick. But of course, you have to be careful because it can be a fatal thing. So sorry to hear you got that, man, but thank God you're alright. Kim says Guild Wars 2 is pretty good. Never played until a few months ago. I love Guild Wars 2. It took me to do the review and finish the review and then keep playing the game for me to realize that I've been missing out on a lot of things. You know, Guild Wars 2 added so much more. Holy shit, I'm talking so much, my character's away and AFK. Anyway, Guild Wars 2 introduced so many mechanics and convenience features that MMOs you know, it just looked at what MMOs were doing at the time. It's like, yeah, I think we should break away from that and offer a different experience and simplify things that should be simplified and expound on things that needed to be expanded on. And that's what Guild Wars 2 excelled at. It's, you know, over recent times, I know there's this thing where a lot of players have left Guild Wars 2 or whatever. I mean, I always come back because there's a reason to come back. The story's good for me. The PvP is excellent. One of my all-time favorite MMO PvPs now, Guild Wars 2, in terms of experience. And by the way, for those of you that just joined the stream, if you haven't followed me on Twitch already, go and do so, because my Twitch is back online. I've revived it, and every Friday is going to be Friday Night Fights, where I'm just going to be jumping around to different MMO for PvP. So that's going to be fun. Of course, it's Friday night for me. That means it's Friday morning for you guys, so you guys will be at work. But the cool thing about Twitch is, you know, I can create highlights. So if it's like a 1 hour stream of PvP, I'll create the highlights, so it's going to be saved to the Twitch channel. And if there's a demand for that, I'll just export that into YouTube so you guys can watch it on my YouTube as well. Because the short thing about the whole Twitch revival thing is, this year, one of my goals for 2018 is to get affiliated with Twitch and then eventually partnered. So it's just a goal that I want to have. So that's the plan. Alright, report Lost in the Woods. Please, you need to hear what we've been through. The whole damned alliance needs to hear what we've been through. There may not be much time left. If this is about a monkey dude who's so powerful, I don't know. I'm gonna go eat a banana or something. Oh.
You must continue.
What is happening?
North through the forest for several hours. We stopped when we found a strange fallen tree. What do you suppose happened to this tree, Sully?
Something hit it, sir. Wasn't cut down. It didn't fall on its own.
What's that over there? Some kind of bird?
No, that's a plane. Wait, a plane? That's Amber and Nim's plane. They might be alive after all.
This is cool. I just took over.
Amber and Nim? Should we follow him?
She's still breathing, sir. Get over here. Talk to her.
Alright, I'm playing as Val Nightwind, so that's pretty interesting. Amber and Nim. Why do I feel like I should know them from earlier content? I must have forgotten. The monkeys, they attacked. I fought them all off, but they'll be back with more. You did well, Agent Kernan. Agent Kernan, okay, I remember.
An ambush.
So we got a monkey ambush coming in.
Amber alive. Sully, try and keep this plane from exploding on us. I'll hold them off as long as I can.
Yeah, I thought so. Alright.
My swords for battle.
Strong attack, stronger attack, and strongest attack. Copy that. Bring on the monkeys.
I'm out of range.
Any more? This kind of feels like the movie Congo. Anybody watch the movie Congo? I'm kind of getting that vibe here. Foreign land, plane crash, monkey attack, eyeball rolling on the ground. Yeah, running around as a night elf. This is why I can never get into other races, because their movement is just something I cannot relate to. Weird, I know, but I guess for every MMO I play now, I'm just gonna pick a human, which is kind of sad actually, because some of the race designs in other games are excellent.
I need to get closer.
Oh, this one's a general.
Sully, Little Lou, our plans have changed. We need to transport Amber back to the main camp.
That's not necessary. I'll be coming with you.
You've got to be kidding me. You're nearly dead. Look at you.
No, Sully. My injuries will heal. Right now, we need to find the White Pawn.
The White Pawn?
What's the White Pawn? I thought we were attacking the Hosen.
So the fish doesn't know what the White Pawn is. What? Hey, come on. Playing as you, I slaughtered the general perfectly fine. I guess that was so taxing, he needed a nap. This is Nightwind, dude. Let's turn this in.
Yes, soldier.
And that's how we found Rel's speech develops into heavy coughing. The corner of his mouth produces a trickle of blood. Holy shit. This guy's pretty beat up. Unless there's...
Save your energy.
Level up. I'm level 86. And level 86 means I'm going to a new zone, the Valley of the Four Winds, which is here. And I'm not going to do that at the moment because the story's really gripping me. I want to continue that in the coming days. So I'll only move after I've finished this question because I want to see how it ends. This is good.
Something that needs
and whether or not we find the prince and stuff like that. So I'll do one more quest and then we'll probably wrap things up here. I'll check in chat before.
I get the right tool for the job.
Yeah, we found Amber. She's alive and all that. That's about
something to report.
Holy shit, dwarf, start moving. I'm talking to you.
You got something that needs fixing.
Let's see if I can pick up where old Rel left off. Okay, so he's got his own report now. So we're gonna session play as this guy. I'm gonna call it session play.
We're still going north when we stop near this big old clearing.
All right, agents, listen up.
He considers me.
It grows late.
The fish.
Camp for the night. Sully, do you have an axe?
No, but I can put one together in a pinch. Let's see. Do you need a wood cutting axe or a people killing axe?
Wood cutting. Little Lou, use this axe to gather firewood.
Yes, sir.
This fish is like happy to be here.
Investigate those shrines to the west. Look for signs of the White Pawn. Amber, find a good perch and give Sully some covering fire. We'll rendezvous back here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this seems pretty
way,
interesting.
Sully. I see the perfect spot.
So I'm playing as these SI7 characters.
Here in the shadows. If you run into any trouble, just shine the light on the target, and I'll take care of them.
I found an old rifle scope in my pockets. It'd have to do.
So
if I
this
saw anything dangerous, I'd hit it with a light, and Amber's sniper rifle would take care of the rest.
I see. So it's pretty much just scoping in on baddies and Alright, let's scout some shrines then. Let me just see how that works. Oh no! Holy shit! Yeah, great. That's the first thing I needed, right? A freaking tiger.
I swear, that woman never misses.
Holy crap! That what's a tiger doing lurking in the like a freaking underwater grass crap? Doesn't make any sense. Alright, here I am at some shrine. So southeastern shrine's done. Any more tigers that want to eat a small dwarf? I know I look pretty tasty. Oh, there we go.
She hits him between the eyes every time.
There's another tiger, and he's already spotted me. I hear something. No. Oh, yeah, I did. Trust my instincts. Okay, I'm going to the northern shrine. That's where I'm heading to.
I found nothing at the northern shrine. No Anduin, no Hosen, nothing.
I hear a tiger. There he is.
She hits him between the eyes every time.
Okay, so northern one's done. Let's go do southwestern shrine, and then we're out of here.
Nice one.
I like how these dwarf is just having fun. That all these tigers are dying. Where the hell's the last shrine anyway? Oh, it's up the hill. Gotcha. Right, any more underwater tigers want to ambush me? Last chance. I have a light telescope sort of thing. And my sniper buddy up there is a crack shot. Oh.
Boom! Nice one.
That is a long way around. Finally, I'm up here. Tiger.
Nice shot, Amber.
Come on, update, update. Okay, I guess this isn't the shrine we're looking for, so I guess southwestern some more. Probably across that bridge, maybe, I think. A little lost here. Yeah, okay, that's the one. Southwestern shrine. My bad. Come on, tigers. You guys have been quiet so far. Oh. The entire color gradient just changed on me. It was all pretty nice and blue, and then it just turned... The entire hue just went green.
At the southwestern shrine. However, I did find a friendly raccoon who began to follow me.
Lol, a friendly
I
raccoon.
decided to name him Gizmo. Hey there, little buddy. I'm gonna name you Gizmo. No! Gizmo! I didn't even shine my damn light. Shortly afterwards, another raccoon befriended me. I named him Socks and quickly moved on.
Oh my god!
Socks, let's get out of here before you get sniped.
That was fucking hilarious.
After scouting the 3 shrines, I headed back over to camp.
Oh my god. I mean...
Socks followed along, faithfully.
I thought I did that. I thought because I shone the light and killed the tiger, Ember got the raccoon. But it was scripted. Okay, it was scripted. Because if that was off the cuff, oh my god, that would have been funny as shit. Wow. Whew. Well, apparently I got a second raccoon. I don't see it anywhere, but that's too bad. That would have been funny though. It served no purpose, but comedy relief. But it was good fun. I like that. Man, it gave me a shock. Damn, Amber. Poor raccoon. That thing looked cute. Oops. What happened here?
I returned to find Rel being attacked by Hosen. Again. Amber, aim your sights! Boom! Nice
Sully!
one.
Little Lou!
No!
Anyone!
Rel!
And we're done.
What do you need?
So now you know why old Rel's all beat up. You detect a change in Sully's facial expression, and he quickly turns away. Is he crying? Don't tell me it's about that damn raccoon.
I got the right tool for the job. I don't think I can handle the next part. Little Lou, tell him what happened next.
Okay, I'm guessing it's gonna be about the raccoon. I'm not gonna take that one. I am gonna be checking on chat here. Where did I last stop? Grosby says, with level cap tunes or high level tunes in a lot of MMOs, you won't have to grind out a ton of levels when future content comes out. It's good to get well levels out of the way now. Yeah, I agree. You know, that's how I usually do it, I suppose, whenever I jump into a new MMO. So, Alex says, sounds good. Really looking forward for the future content on the channel. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. And, you know, thank you, everybody, for sticking around, wanting to see that. You know, again, with the MMOs and the content that I do on my channel, it really is a time investment. You know, I take my time with the content because I really do want to see everything before I actually put something out. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging around and for supporting. Kim says all MMOs are very cyclical. Player base leaves, player plays another game for a bit, comes back, etc. I am very ad when it comes to ADD. Sorry, I read that as ad. When it comes to games, I play one for a while, then get bored, go to another one, come back, try all the new ones, etc. Yeah, I used to be like that in a sense that, you know, because I was cycling between 2 MMOs like Secret World or Lord of the Rings Online. I'll jump on between them, and then, you know, when one dries up in terms of content and I can't PvP in one, you know, I'll just move around. With the MMO thing, with the content that I do for my channel specifically, as I said earlier on, you know, I have to. It's more of an adventure for me to go and actually see willingly and voluntarily. But if I were to be playing, that's how I would be, I guess. You know, I'll play the ESO for a while until the next thing, then jump to the next thing, and come back. And I guess that describes us very well, I suppose. Matthias says to Kim, on the same team, been doing this for years. We got Adrian David in there. Hey, Adrian David, he says Legion Mists of Pandaria is faking shit Legion boss. Not sure I got that, dude. Matthias says to Kim, pretty much have one or several high-level characters on every MMO that I heard of since Guild Wars 1. And I'm gonna be joining you down that path, Matthias. In about 3 years' time, I predict I want to have a high level cap character on all the MMOs out there. That's gonna be a goal, and I probably want to be in the Guinness World Record book or whatever for doing that. Although it's not really a record. Anyway, Jerry Sansony. Jerry, thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the stream. If you just joined me here, I review MMORPGs, and this is a leveling stream. And unfortunately, you caught me at the tail end of the stream. We just hit our third hour here, and I'm about to call it. So I'm just catching up in chat with everybody. But hey, the next stream is gonna be next Sunday, and of course, there's gonna be more streams during the week on Twitch. So be sure to follow me on Twitch over there as well. All right, back to the chat. Graspy says, the thing about other races in WoW is they have pretty much decent stories in their starting zones. Yeah. And Socks, no. Yeah, the raccoon. Damn it. Bing says, if you do Horde, please try Troll or Undead. The starting zones are wonderful. You know, I can't see myself playing a Troll. I can't see myself playing Undead. Maybe Undead. Maybe Undead. I can do Undead. But not something too far detached from being like a human, you know, because that will detach me from liking the character. It's weird, I know, but it's this is one of the things about me. Kim says, woohoo, 110, finally. Awesome. Congratulations, Kim, through 110. That's awesome. I will be joining you maybe in a couple of weeks, but that's pretty cool. Rigodor says, no, Gizmo. Kim says, stick you. Shows how far behind I am with everyone. Zega Jen says, almost every single race gets their own unique starting zone. 1 to 20, some sharing for gnomes, dwarves, and trolls. Worth making a character of one each race to check it out. Legion has several long, unique questions per class, so I'm working on getting every class to Legion to see that. I would, if I had the time. I don't really have the time to, you know, make a race and a character for every class, and that isn't really part of the that really isn't part of how the big picture of how I review my MMOs. Like, for instance, you know, a lot of people will be like, oh, please, you must play this zone, you must play that zone, you have to play this zone. While I appreciate the input, you know, of telling or giving me an insight into what those zones can actually do and deliver, I don't review World of Warcraft based on the individual zone. How I review MMOs is based on 4 core tenets and 8 pillars, 4 core tenets, which I will explain. If you support me on Patreon, there's going to be an exclusive video, like how I go into the thought process of reviewing MMOs based on those pillars and tenets. And, you know, that the individuality of these zones don't really add up to the review, not significantly anyway. So don't worry if I don't jump into a zone that you've requested or suggested and stuff like that. As for playing every race and class in WoW, for me at least, not important. As an MMO player, my main character has to stick. And over time, I'm sure I'll be making more characters that way, because some, as you know, MMOs have a certain longevity to it, and eventually I'll make more classes and races, I hope. Boopy says, damn, Mordor is hard at least as a burglar. Man, you're probably playing the least appreciated class on the Lord of the Rings Online right now. I think burglars are in such a disadvantaged spot because Standing Stone Games just doesn't care about the burglar, you know. There was a point when burglars were super relevant and important, especially in PvP, in the moors, you know. Burgs were big. It's nice to roam, it's nice to solo. Great for small groups, and of course at 75 when the Drygok raid came out, burglars were the top dogs. You know, everybody wanted to have a burglar, and then over the years their usefulness just declined. So you're actually playing a class going through Mordor, and it's so underappreciated. But that's cool though. I miss my burglar. I just left it at 95 since SSG don't care about it. I don't care about my burglar. that guy says racism, in a way, yeah, but it's kind of sad, you know, because for MMOs at least, I've tried playing other races. I just can't get into it. Not because I dislike the idea of playing another race. I enjoy that, you know, being somebody or not and playing a different race. I just cannot relate. And my problem is, whenever I make like characters like that, especially my main characters, they have what they do, what kind of class they play, in some weird way. It's a virtual representation of who I am as a person, you know. That's my main character. My alts can be whatever, you know, but my main character has to be something I can relate to, because that's what's gonna pull me back and be the story driver for me, if that makes sense to you guys at all. If it doesn't, there's a reason why I'm passionate about MMOs and MMO story and immersion. Jerry says Undead Starting Zone is the best on Horde. Alright, so that's 2 people already vouching for the Undead Zone. I'll definitely take that into consideration. Thank you for the suggestions there. And Matthias says Boopy, to Boopy, it wasn't even easy on a Minstrel. Yeah, a Minstrel, but then again, Minstrel, because of their light armor and, you know, you guys can kite. Minstrels are the best kiters in Lord of the Rings Online. You know, you guys have it way easier than a Brawler, I feel. Alright then, you guys, I'm pretty much caught up on chat, and, oh, hang on, Torrent says, that guy says, Torrent is the best race, lol. Alright, I mean, you guys obviously have your opinions and suggestions and whatnot. That's up to you guys, you know. I play this game not, you know, to find out what the best class or best race is. My job here is the journey, through the game, to help new players decide what's fun and what's not. So yeah. Anyway, guys, I am going to call it for this stream. It's 3 hours long. I'm 3 hours in. It's 12 a.m. here. It's a Monday morning tomorrow. It's already Monday morning, and I've got to wake up and work. So, again, the Warcraft streams will continue every Sunday. So next Sunday is going to be the next stream, probably at the same time. Keep an eye out on the notifications for whenever I publish the live event. Then you guys can set a notification and whatnot. And if you are currently a subscriber, you know, there's a little gear thing that you can click the bell, that you can, you know, set notifications whenever stuff like that comes out. If it makes it easier for you, that's great. If not, hey, feel free to join our Discord. We have a Discord. I think it's a pretty chill place. Everybody's just sharing their opinions and thoughts about games and tips and tricks and whatever. So you want to join Discord. If that link is not working, I will post a link at the end of the stream. So if you want to join, feel free to join. And yeah, again, I've revived my Twitch this week, so more regular streams on Twitch for those of you that prefer watching on strips. There's some on Twitch. There's more content that's going to be there, and yeah, exciting times ahead. I'm working on a few videos. A new MMO discussion video is coming out next week. It's regarding soundtrack, which is why if you click the card at the top, you will see a little poll there. The question is, you know, does soundtrack matter to you for MMOs? Is it important for an MMO? And I'll be exploring that. That topic was suggested by a fellow subscriber here, so I appreciate that. If you've got more topics that you want me to explore for the MMO discussion series, feel free to go ahead. You can reach me on Twitter, on Discord, and I'm all over now. I'm so active on social media this year. It's like crazy. It's just something that I wanted to improve on. So with that, I'm gonna call it, you guys. Those of you that are in my part of the world, sleep well. Thank you guys for hanging out. I appreciate that as always. And for those of you in the West, hey, enjoy the rest of your Sunday and have a great week ahead. To anybody watching out there, if you're new, haven't subscribed, you know, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I do more than just live streams. I have reviews and all kinds of good stuff. There's links all over, below, up. Patreon, of course, if you guys want to see exclusive behind the scenes content and stuff, there's a way for you guys to support my channel there. If you know, you guys don't want to live tips or whatever to Streamlabs, because somebody said to me that that's actually not secure because it's PayPal. So hey, options. You guys are awesome. Do whatever you want. I do appreciate all the support. So just checking on chat here to say the goodbyes. Thurston says, thanks, Jerem, another good stream. Thank you, Thurston. Thank you for hanging out. I know you try to make the effort to come early and watch the streams earlier, but, you know, because of my time zone, you do make it halfway through. But I still appreciate that you do drop in and say hi. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Anamika, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. Hopefully the Twitch streams will be pretty awesome as well. Graspy says, peace out, peeps. Peace out, Graspy. Thanks for dropping by. Kim says, have a great week. You too, Kim. Nick says, good night, mate. Night, man. Have a good Monday. Matthias says, nice week to everyone. Night, Jerome. Take care, Matthias. Thank you for dropping by. ggmyster said, Tauren is pretty epic. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. So, Tauren and Undead, I'll keep that in mind for Horde. Pink Bonnie says, thank you for sharing your adventures. Thank you for joining me in my adventures, Pink Bonnie. I appreciate it. Revlin says, thanks and have a good night. You too, brother. And ggmyster says, I'm 1 hour 27 minutes behind on the vision. You're talking about titles. Oh my god, ggmyster. Anyway, whenever you get to this point in the video, good night, ggmyster. You're 1 hour 27 minutes behind everybody. And Boopy says, good stream. See you another one. Thank you, Boopy. I'll see you in Discord. So that's it from me, guys. Once again, I'm GRM Adrian, and I thank you for watching. Have a good night.